Suitable for children under 13 years of age. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, what's going on once again, guys? Patriot Prime here with the long-lost Bert, the Stormtrooper.
What's happening? It's been so long since we've done this.
It has been a long time since we've got together.
Live streaming withdrawals, man.
Yeah, we planned to do this. We were going to have another guest, and then things happened, and then I had to cancel because my wife wanted to do something tonight, and then my kid got sick, so I immediately messaged Bert up, and what's that say?
It says Patriot Prime's on live.
Sweet. Yeah, notifications are going out. And so then my kid got sick, and I messaged Bert, and I said, hey, I'm going to be home tonight after all. Let's do this. He's like, hell yeah, because we haven't done this in so long.
It's been a while, man. I'm having like YouTube withdrawals, man. I haven't even been able to like really make videos even.
I don't think anybody has this month except Deluxe and Kato. They're always cranking them out.
They're always cranking out videos. I've done a couple of shorts just to throw something out there, and then I've done one video. That's it. It's been so crazy busy for me.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I've got
crazy
plenty.
year.
I got a nice stockpile. I got a not Patriot Prime weekend, President's Day weekend. So I'm hoping maybe get at least 3 done. And that's new. What's that?
This is, I got to look at the box because I've had this since I think November. It's been in the can.
Neat.
It's a knockoff of a third-party figure. I don't even
So
remember
a fourth party figure.
Yeah, but it's freaking fantastic. It's like that IDW Optimus Prime. Oh man, it's fantastic. So I got this one, and then I got the first Magic Square MP sized one.
Neat.
Because we got.
I love the collar on that. Is that metal?
It's metallic. Because like everybody got the light of peace, and then everybody hated the light of peace, even though I loved light of peace. But there was a lot of people, and like Kato and Deluxe were both saying that this one was still better. I don't remember. I mean, they're all light of something, so it's hard to keep track of. But whatever the first one was, Kato and Deluxe were saying that this is better than this one. So I had to get it because peer pressure.
Oh, of course. We are so hard on each other's
on my
walls.
desk for like 3 months almost. I haven't been able to shoot them. Nothing. I'm just so far behind. This guy is sweet though.
Well, shoot, I got a bunch still in the package too. Like, where is he? I've got that super articulated Optimus Prime action figure. He's here in a box somewhere.
There he is. Light of Freedom is that the one I was just holding up.
Yeah, you're the reason I got this.
Oh man, isn't that a great figure?
And still haven't opened him up yet.
That was a gift. That was sent to me by a viewer as a gift. And it's just I'm usually not a non-transforming Optimus Prime collector, but he sent me that, and my God, what an amazing figure that was!
I told you about getting sent I can't find nothing on my desk anymore. Getting sent this, didn't I?
No.
A subscriber sent me a 100% complete G1 Brainstorm.
No kidding. That's awesome.
I got him.
That's awesome.
A few days ago, I got him.
Nice.
2 days ago, I got him.
I have him complete.
I watched your video the other day to remind myself how to transform him.
I have him, and I have Hardhead, but Hardhead's a funny story because I got the Universe. Remember Universe Hardhead? It was Universe Onslaught.
Oh, he was the SWAT tank.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they did like a Hardhead repaint of him.
Mm-hmm.
There was a third party company that did an upgrade kit for him that actually had the removable head. He had actually it made him a headmaster, and he had the guns and what else did he had something else. But anyway, they put out this upgrade kit for him, but they did it in 2 colors. So they did the one that was cartoon accurate for that toy, but then they made another one that was G1 toy color accurate so that you can put them on G1 hardhead.
And they had one for the Onslaught version too, right? Because I got that one.
They did the Onslaught one as well. So I
had that one.
I ordered the hardhead version. I ordered both versions of the hardhead kit. And then I went on eBay and I bought a hardhead body for like $10.
Yeah, the bodies for these things.
The plate was intact. The plate was intact. And first thing I did out of the box, I went to open it, snapped it.
Oh my God. Well, see, thanks to reviews, I didn't do that. I was using my other ones as an example.
You gotta take the pin out, and then you gotta file down the edge of it so that you can flip it, like I did with that one Target Master's legs.
Well, this one was hard to find to get all 3 or all 6 propeller blades.
The one that I
saw
got,
one for a real good real good price, but then I got looking at the pictures, one of the blades was broken.
Yeah, the one that I got from the original owner. He had them in a box. This was back in my 501st days. There was somebody that was joining the 501st, and he needed help building his armor. And back then, a lot of people would come to me to help build their armor. So I came by his house to check out his gear and kind of come up with what we were going to do. And as a thank you for helping him, because I never charged, I just did it just to help people out, So as a thank you, he goes, "Here you go," and he hands me his childhood G1 Transformers. He hands me a box full of G1 Transformers. Wow. And that figure was one of the ones that were in it, but he was in a box. So on one side, all 3 of the propellers were broken. So I went on eBay and I found a junker that had that arm in good condition, so I could just swap the arms.
Yeah, because that's all it is, isn't it? Yeah, it's just the arm.
Yep. I don't even remember which side arm it was. I just, whichever arm it was, I replaced that one.
Yeah, so far I'm proud to say all my G1s are non-broken. So I titled this one the 80s. I figured we'd talk a lot about the 80s. And tonight I stayed home. I mentioned earlier I stayed home with my sick kid and was looking around on Discovery Plus and discovered this show. I posted on my Facebook page.
Eating the 80s, something like that, right?
Yeah, Adam Eats the 80s or something like that. Let me see if I can get this pull up. Let's see.
Oh,
let's find me here.
You might want to minimize our chat there on the corner.
Yeah, right there. That show. Well, it was with our StreamYard link, and you couldn't link it if you can't click it. But yeah, that's a really cool show. He goes into all the vintage food and stuff we had in the 80s, a lot of stuff I forgot about. And then he touches on collections. He went and visited this one guy who is credited to having the largest Ghostbusters collection. So I'm sure you would have appreciated that. But that's a really good show. That's the guy who did Man versus Food back in the day.
Okay. And this is on the History Channel.
It's on History Channel or Discovery Plus. That's where I watched it myself.
I don't know if I have Discovery Plus. I have to check. Kato.
There's Kato.
Kato.
Yeah, we were sitting there talking last night. Deluxe was on the stream and Rodimus Primal, man. We cannot wait for TFCon. We are
I saw that you guys went live when I woke up this morning. You guys went live like at 10, and I'm like, how come I didn't get invited to this? And I said, like, it was at 10 p.m. I was asleep by 8:30. I'm like, that's why I didn't get invited. I go to sleep.
Well, what happened? It was
like an old man.
It was originally supposed to have been a sit rep, and my guest is over on the West Coast, and I kept stressing 10 p.m. my time, Eastern Standard. And I guess it just never clicked. So I'm sitting there waiting for like a half an hour, and I just started inviting other people. So hop on in. Then he finally popped up at 11 o'clock. I was like, oh, okay. So here you are now. So yeah, it just went from a sit rep.
That happens to me a lot with work because people want to schedule calls. I have to do a lot of conference calls and screen shares and stuff like that where people show me their screen so I can look at their software and kind of fix it. And I get a lot of people on the West Coast, and I tell them I'm on the East Coast. These are my times that I'm available, Eastern time, and then they'll send me a meeting invite, and it's always either at my lunchtime or at the time that I'm getting off of work. I'm like, nope, decline. Last night, I think I went to bed like at 8:30. I just passed out, man. My back was killing me. I just did I got that Hasbro Proton pack at the beginning of the year. You heard about this, right?
Yeah. You've been modding that up, right?
Yeah. Oh, man, I've been modding that thing up like crazy. So there's a guy that just came up with a mod. There's a little timer board so let me back up. For those that don't know, I keep forgetting we're not on a Ghostbusters chat here. So
we can chat whatever. It's the 80s.
The HasLab Proton pack. Well, like if it was like a Ghostbusters chat, everybody would know what I'm talking about and why I'm saying what I'm about to say. I have to preface here. So the HasLab Proton pack, it runs on D batteries. First thing I did is I soldered in a USB connector and I got a battery pack, a 5-volt battery pack running. So I'm not walking around with D batteries. I just got a nice rechargeable battery that runs all day. But because it's technically a toy, it has a timer, so you can turn on the pack, and after 3.5 minutes, the pack shuts itself off to protect your batteries. So that's been a big thing in the Ghostbusters and the modding community is how to get make a keep alive mod for the pack so that it doesn't run out. So somebody came up with one. It's like this little timer board that you get on Amazon for like $6 or $7. So mine came in and all of, and I have all the wires and, all the components and switches and everything. I have all of that. I was just waiting on the board to come in. So yesterday I was both 3D printing and I had a table here on the other side of my room here with my Proton pack completely disassembled. And I'm just soldering. And my daughter came home from college. She's like, "Oh, you're doing surgery." So by the time I got done, I'm bent over this table soldering. By the time I was done, my back was killing me. I sit down in the den out here on my little couch, and I put on some Japanese cartoons. Out. My wife's waking me up. She's like, "You've been asleep since 8:30. Go to bed. You're snoring."
Hey, wake up and go to sleep.
Yep. That's my old man story.
Well, now that this At Legends pinball game I have is like all decked out for mods and stuff. And of course, I don't know jack about that. So I'm going to be doing a lot of research. And I know somebody.
Know anybody who does.
Because it's got a something. Are you familiar with CoinOp X?
Yeah.
Okay. It's got a app for it, I guess. So what I have to do is just figure out how to work create a thumb drive with, is it MAME or meme tables? MAME tables. So I got to come up with that.
So it's a digital display top?
Mm-hmm.
And you can just change the play field?
Yeah. Okay. It's sweet.
I've played those. Yeah. Yeah. So the video game convention that I attend every year here in Florida is called Free Play. It's a big arcade and pinball convention. And so we turn a convention center into a giant arcade. And basically you pay for the admission and all of the machines are free to play. They're set to free play. And I say we turn into because everything there is brought by private owners. Every machine in there is privately owned. And I am a contributor. I bring machines every year. That's how the show stays alive and how we keep bringing machines in. So one year, those guys had one of my first years actually attending before I even became a contributor. Those guys were there and they had a big display with all of their pinball tables and all of those play fields, those digital LCD play fields that you could just change. And I was amazed by how realistic those things play because a lot of us are like, from the 80s and we're like, we don't want to be that old guy, it's not as good as the old stuff. You don't want to be that guy, but at the same time, you're like, there's no way that a digital playfield is ever going to feel anywhere near what hitting a real ball is, and you got to wait and all of that. A lot of us were very impressed how realistic those things are.
And the fact it's got some of the ones I have some of the old tables. Like you'll punch those in. I mean, there's some ones from like early 70s, and I remember those from like. You remember when I had the arcade here in town before he decided he didn't want to do it anymore? He had a bunch of those old tables. It's so cool. Yeah. I just wish it had more licensed table like the Midway tables and things like that.
Good luck. Well, I mean, it's MAME. There's ways to get them.
Yeah. We will talk. But
Buddy
yeah,
of mine just got.
it's
I
got
was at my
22
buddy.
tables built in, and then you can go and buy other tables. Like they have
Yeah.
Space Invaders, stuff like that. There's actually an Activision game pass you can get with the Pitfall games, River Raid, Chopper Command, and you can get a drop down arcade console top for it to play
Oh, very
games
cool.
on the long screen.
Buddy of mine that's into arcades also. I was just at his house a couple of weeks ago. He has an original Spy Hunter pinball machine that he just got work. He just finished restoring.
Ooh.
Man, I played the hell out of that one. He's got Spy Hunter. He's got F-14 Tomcat, which was going to be Top Gun until they didn't get the license. So then they just made it F-14 Tomcat. He's got that one, and he just got a Batman Return. Not a Batman Returns, Batman Forever. That Batman Forever is so
vaguely
good.
remember Crossbow and Chiller. Were they pinball tables or arcade games? Because they
Chiller
do ring
was
a
a
bell.
video game. Chiller was a very gory video game.
I'll have to YouTube. I know I've seen it
If I remember correctly, Chiller was an unlicensed Nintendo game where you can like actually go and kill people, and it's like actually bloody and gory. There was an arcade game for it. Apparently, Chiller arcade game. It's an arcade light gun game released in 1986 by Exidy, unlicensed port of it for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Yeah, and it's got like there's like torture rooms with people chained up to the wall. And you can, like, shoot them, and you're like blowing off their limbs, and yeah, it's pretty gory. I've never heard of that other one. What was the other one you said?
Crossbow and Chiller.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the unlicensed port of the NES for Chiller. I didn't know it was an arcade game. That I did not know. How about that?
But anyway, my horror story with my pinball machine is I paid big bucks for this. I bought it from At Games themselves because it was cheapest with the shipping. So it arrives, and unlike the arcade one-ups where you spend a couple hours putting these things together, this is the main body. So this is the main. You got the main body, the legs, and the topper. So I flipped it over. I got the legs attached, set it up, go to put the topper on, and on both backs of both pieces is a door with a little round key lock. So you can open up to get to the internals.
You couldn't find the keys.
They didn't send the key. I went through everything. So I am pissed. I'm even making dinner pissed last night. So during dinner, it dawns on me, I remember seeing a couple Phillips head screws on the bottom of each of those doors. So I went in there with the Phillips head screw, popped them, got it off the hinges, and was able to slide it down below the lock. And so I got both doors off.
Wow. You got lucky. Got lucky. I've had to break those locks on some of the arcade machines that I've got because good luck finding the key. Most of the time, to be fair, even with those old arcade machines, because they would get hung inside, there's usually like a little hook inside of the coin door, and that's where they would hang the keys. And then they've just been hanging there their entire lives. 40 years, those keys been hanging there. 9 times out of 10, there will be a key in there. But I've gotten machines that we've basically taken the biggest flathead screwdriver I got, wedged it into the keyhole, and we're hitting it with a mallet until we break it.
Well, the company, they don't even have a number you can call. They're out of California, no number to call. Mm-hmm. They had a chat. So I activate the chat, and I guess it's an automated chat that looks for keywords or what keywords. And I mentioned the fact that I was missing the key. Oh, this chat's not for that. You'll have to submit a ticket. And I was like, motherfucker. So then I had to submit the ticket. And so I got confirmation that my ticket was sent and that a representative would be in contact with me within 24 hours. And 24 hours was 2 hours ago. But I've already popped the locks and unscrewed the thing. So I'm going to go to Lowe's and get those little thumb dial keyless locks.
Yeah.
Because I think it's kind of stupid if it's a home system with the guts in there where you need to get to plug stuff in. Oh, beautiful.
Those are mine.
What is it? It's Alive and what?
Alive and Aspen.
Aspen.
Now, these are actual home. These are made for home. by Brunswick, which is an actual pinball machine company. But you'll notice that these don't have coin doors in them.
Mm-hmm.
And my super hang on. So these were actually made for home use. These were sold by Sears and Roebuck back in the 70s. So there's Alive is from 79, Aspen's from 78, and there was a third machine called Circus from 81. So 79, 80, and 81. It's three of them. I'd love to find a Circus, man. They're hard to find. But these were made by Brunswick, and so they have their actual wood paneled machines, and they have real components, all the relays, everything in there is actual components. Not like, a lot of nowadays you find a made for home use pinball machine and it's plastic.
Right.
This isn't plastic. These are actual components. They're 3/4 of the size of a standard pinball machine. So they're just a little smaller.
I know I got a picture.
Those are my two machines. I'd love to get a full size one, man. I've been bugging my buddy's ear about that Spy Hunter because he knows how much I love that game. And I'm friends with the guy that it has nothing to do with him, but like the Brian Cullen that invented the video game Spy Hunter, I'm actually friends with him. So,
oh, nice.
He had nothing to do with I actually almost killed him once. He had nothing to do with the pinball machine, but still, that was a funny. Okay, so I don't know if you know. I saw that picture.
Yeah, it's ours.
My wife so I saw that yesterday, and then during that time between the time she woke me up off the couch and she's sending me to bed, she shows me this picture. She's like, look. And I'm like, yeah, I saw a picture of Lisa playing. And he goes, no. He's got a wall of Nerf guns. And I'm like, oh, yes, I know.
That's part of we've been totally redoing this room. I know she got a picture of that too. Hold on. Because my computer's running slow right now. Somehow I went to click a picture and one of your memes popped up. I can always count on that from you.
Me making memes. So here's a weird question for you. We'll see. You go ahead and show that. Show that off. I like that carpet that you guys got for that room, though. That I need to get some of that for my arcade. Dude, that is so cool. That's so cool. I love that.
So yeah, that used to be a kind of tannish yellow room. So now it's white all the way around, but the front's black, and that's where the TV's going. Dylan can plug his games up. All the arcade machines are going to be in the back. The pinball on the side.
Nice.
That's going to be fun.
So this is a weird way to start a conversation, but
hey, it's us.
Let's just go for a trip here. Have you ever seen that M&M's commercial where the two M&M's are at the bar and they're talking about the lady that's looking at them, and if she goes with her, she's going to eat them, and the guy goes, better get eaten by her than with hungry eyes over here, and there's a guy, like a really creepy guy behind him looking at him.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Hungry eyes is playing.
Because he's sitting there going,
the creepy guy that's giving them that look, that's a friend of mine. That's Nathan. His name is Nathan Burnett. And he's a comedian. He that really famous. We both showed it at the same time. What's that video game where all the kids get the dances from?
Dance Revolution.
No,
Fortnite.
No. Fortnite. That one Fortnite dance where it's like the flip dance. He invented that. That was him. He invented that.
Dylan can do every one of those dances for you.
He does a lot of commercials and he does a lot of stuff on YouTube and whatnot. So anyway, he's in the video game community also. So at Free Play, he did this Rampage on stage. This is like
where I like it already.
Yeah, Rampage on stage. So he came up with this really silly script about the characters from Rampage, and he made like this love story about it and whatnot, and Brian Colin's in it. he participates in this thing, and so like there's one he changes it up like every year he changes it up a little bit. So there was one year where we changed it up, and he asked me to come and interrupt at the end of the show when they're like doing their last scene, come in and interrupt the show as Macho Man, the theater critic. And they had me with the sunglasses and the bandana. They painted a theater critic, and I'm interrupting the show. And they wanted to know what I rated the show, and I gave it 5 elbows. And then somebody yells, "Let's rampage," and we basically start ripping up the stage. We just start ripping up all the scenery everywhere. I mean, the buildings are made of cardboard. It's all like it's meant to look real cheap, and we're ripping up the scenery. So I did something, and I grabbed one of the buildings, and I went to pull on it, and it was taped to the backdrop. And they taped it real good, and I pulled the whole backdrop down on top of the entire cast. And when you watch the camera, you just see Brian Cullen running and then fall forward as the whole backdrop is dropping on him. And the stage director yells, "Oh my God, we killed Brian Cullen." That was not rehearsed. That was a real reaction.
That's awesome. That reminds me of something, and that's where is it? Yeah, right here. So I'm gonna give this to Treebot as his thank you and in honor of the story you just told.
80's Toys has an eBay page.
That's why we keep hearing the eBay ding.
Yeah.
We were off earlier. We were talking with Matt, and
Whoops.
there it goes. What happened?
I leaned back and there wasn't nothing there.
Live.
Wow.
Look.
Okay, to be fair, that was Patriot Prime that did that one. Treebot, not me.
Oh, Jason, thank you. Don't get you started on arcade. Yeah, it's
dear.
it's addictive. It's addictive.
It's an addiction. It's an addiction. Oh man, you want to see an addiction?
Here you go. Let me give this to Jason.
Play him something.
Ravage, eject.
I was gonna say, play him something while I look up some pictures. Where's the stuff from the new house though?
Yeah, bad guy here is on the arcade channel. Excuse me, on the arcade chat I was at on the other night. You ought to see the wall of NES cartridges that he has in his collection behind.
Oh, really?
him.
Nice.
It's funny. We're both searching, looking for
We're both
stuff.
searching for pictures. Well, here you go. Lisa just asked me for some. These are the newest pictures that I got because Lisa asked me for these.
Yeah, well, that was the conversation we had coming back from the water park. That's when it was solidified that I was going to Florida. When she says, "When you going to Florida again?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, wait till you see Bert's Arcade." Yeah.
Here you go, Jason. Jason Wade Cox.
Oh,
That's
look at that.
that's my arcade.
Now go back. Is it one your living room? No, that's your garage. I can
Okay,
tell.
so this is the garage right here. I took like lights off and lights on. My hang on my outrun that's the sit down full motion.
Wow.
Yeah, there's my metal, my Neo Geo, my mechanized attack, and then this picture here. This is my den upstairs. This is where all the consoles. Now, that's an original Stern cocktail table, like the ones you would see back in the day at Pizza Huts and at roller skate rings and whatnot. And then all my consoles. Well, not all my consoles because of room. I've got other consoles that are up on shelves to the right. You see Michelangelo over there?
Yeah.
Right in front of Michelangelo, there's a bookshelf with some more consoles up there that are not currently.
Wow.
So yeah, that little black couch right there. That's where I fell asleep last night watching Japanese cartoons.
I love that setup with the cubes.
Oh yeah, it was the only way to go in that for this room. And you can see one of my proton packs here on the top left. So yeah, this is mostly just console stuff. So you can see, like, if you look at the top on top of the flat TV there, you can see Rob. Remember the robot, the Nintendo robot?
Yeah, the one he had the little spinner.
Yep, you can see both of them. You can see the gray American version, and you can see the red Japanese version.
Yeah, I remember watching your review on those. Okay, yeah, I see him. I was lost your cursor for a second. Hi, Mike.
Hi.
Mike is here. Fire Talks.
I thought I'd pop in, say hello, and look at all these beautiful machines.
Do you have any machines?
I have the little kid version of Pac-Man upstairs, like no, not the bigger one. It's I don't know, it's like 3 feet tall. It's an arcade one up,
nice.
the kid version of Pac-Man. So it has like kid mode where they can't die.
Oh, there are so many of those arcade one-up things.
I know.
When I started looking, they got like the big cabinets, they got the counter cabinets, they got ones you hook on the wall, the mini ones.
I thought about getting one of the tabletop ones and putting it somewhere, or mounting it on the back of like a door.
Oh, we went to the water park.
You definitely have to plan some room for them, man. They take up some room.
That's my problem. I don't have room.
I was lucky enough for Lisa is into this too. And she's like, yeah, let's turn this room into the arcade. I'll paint this and I'll do this and I'll get decorations.
I love it when the wives get into it too. And they're like, you can put this here, you can put that there. And you're like, yes.
Well, the pinball idea was hers. And then it was funny how she casually
is. My wife wants pinball machines. I'm like, yes.
But Lisa, it's funny how she casually comes up because she wants to do the whole thing 80s. The whole arcade's going to be 80s theme. And she asked me, is there anything in your office that you could bring down to put on display? And I'm like, So I'm thinking, it might be a couple things. But
a thing or two.
Yeah. I guess I can sacrifice my Back to the Future stuff and maybe a V blaster.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
look at
see
those
a Transformer
3D printed robots back there.
Wait,
yeah, he's got the same one you made, or that's a blue one.
Yeah, the one in the middle, that's Voltes 5. I just finished that one. And then the one above his head, that's Mazinger. I'm working on that. His feet are printing right behind this screen right now. And
are they printing good now?
Well, I separated the job.
Okay.
So the feet, the actual bottom of the feet, those are printing okay. Those have been printing okay. It's the plates for the back of the shins that have been giving me trouble.
Yeah.
So this job here will be done at around in the next 2-3 hours. The feet will be done. Then I'll start the back panels and I'll go to bed and wake up in the morning and just hope they're okay. And if they are okay, then tomorrow, that blue robot all the way in the corner there, Tetsugen 28 Go, I'll start printing him tomorrow.
This one is probably the simplest and might be my favorite one.
I love it. Well, he's the oldest too.
Yeah.
That robot predates Mazinger, and Mazinger is one of the oldest Japanese robots, super robots.
This is I think it says in the file, this is the 1980 version.
It's like a 70-80 version, something like that. The original Tetsugen, the one from the 50s, he was like more barrel shaped, real kind of, and then the face was kind of almost humanoid, kind of goofy looking.
Oddly, that's the one I remember. I don't think I ever saw any of this one, but I remember seeing the big round boy. But then,
unfortunately, no, Jason, because I don't have a computer set up downstairs, so the lives will still be up here.
There's my monster right
beautiful.
Now. Sans feet. Now, Fire Talks printed here. So the file, these files, they get all of the parts are separated in colors, so you can just print them in their individual colors, and then you just assemble the whole thing like a Gundam. You'll notice that.
Holy shit! You printed that?
Oh, dude, I love that.
God!
Yeah, that Mecha Godzilla is fantastic. And
how long did that take?
This website
me?
Was it Mike? Was it you that found this website and got the rest of us into it?
Yeah. Because I have The arc.
Mike spent a small fortune printing off half of this guy's designs, and then he showed Larkin and me to this website, and now Larkin and I are like scrambling trying to catch up. That was his biggest design.
That's amazing.
He has an even bigger one now.
That's the next one I'm going to work on.
You're going to work on that one, that dragon?
I just need to figure out what color. I don't want to do it in the green that he made. Like this one I made a little bit different because his is all of this light blue is red on the one that on the actual original one. Like that's what it calls for. But I like this blue.
I think the blue is what he had in the movie.
If you look at
That's awesome.
Mike's Mazinger, you'll notice that it's all just black and white with the gray innards.
What's the site, Mike?
Toymaker 3D.
Toymaker 3D. No E in maker. So you see how his legs are black, and then the insides are gray, and the arms are black, and then the insides are gray under the whites and whatnot. That's the way the file is presented. I went with I separated mine, and then I just printed mine in different colors to make it more anime, like the cartoon look. So yeah, you see, I made the insides of my leg black instead of gray, and the outsides blue. And then all the gray stuff underneath the white, I printed it all in white to keep it solid white. So that's what's cool about it is like you can separate it out and just print different colors. Mike did another one of those Mecha Godzillas in pink, which looks absolutely beautiful. There he goes. He's going to go get it.
Well, not only
Hold on, I'll let y'all talk. I'll be right back.
is I scaled it down to 60%.
Yeah, that looks so good. My wife saw that and she's like, "You got to make one of those." She wants me to make a pink Mecha Godzilla because you made one.
So this one I made for the little one because she loves Godzilla. And if he ever makes a Mothra, I'll end up with Mothras all over the house because she loves Mothra. So here's the little pink one.
I made his wing with that blue fin.
Or actually, it's a different blue.
And I'm so tempted on his wings for his Scramble Dash.
Yeah.
You know how they got that blue edge?
Yeah.
I am so tempted to rip that blue edge off and print it in yellow. Because I printed mine with a blue edge as well.
Yeah.
And I keep wrestling with, I want to try and rip them off. If I can rip them off without damaging them, without damaging the wings, because I use plastic welder on all my parts. So if I can get those blue edges off, I'm going to reprint them in yellow, and I'm going to make them in yellow instead.
And there's the sword.
I love how the sword just hangs it on the wings.
On the back, I know. I love how the I don't have the little screwdriver, and mine's on real tight, but you can take the whole backpack piece off, fold it up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, you just saw I had mine without the backpack. Now he just put out this week. So this guy puts out, I mean, these guys are incredible designers, and they put out some of these every once in a while. They'll put out a new design. Sometimes they're free, sometimes they charge. That Treba is here. That Voltes 5 and that Tetsugen, those are free, but the Mazinger was not.
Right, the Mazinger's not. The Godzilla's not.
Godzilla's not
free.
free.
A Mecha King Kong, I didn't bother. I don't really.
Oh, he looks
King
amazing though. So he just put out a new one this week. On Monday, he put out Daltanius, and he put that one out for free. Daltanius, for those that don't know, is the robot that was supposed to be Voltron.
Yep. And
so Larkin saw that and right away printed it. Like he's got these brand new printers that these robots have taken me about 2 weeks each to print them. They're very long prints. Larkin sliced his up. He showed us the file. And he said, this will be done in about 30 hours. And I'm like, what? He sent us a video, and his thing is just so incredibly fast. Next morning, he posts a picture of all the parts. He goes, done. I'm like, that wasn't even 12 hours.
Unreal.
So man. This, at 60% scale, which is as small as I could make it, with the way the fingers are, as small as I could get it, it would work. On these two new printers, these new Bamboo Lab printers, it was 3 print jobs. I printed all the pink, all the silver, and all the blue in 3 individual print jobs in 2 days.
That's incredible. That's incredible. Yeah, see, they've been showing me these new printers that they got, and I ask them, okay, how they keep telling me you need to get these, and I'm like, how much for that setup? And they told me how much for the setup, and I'm like, I'll keep printing mine at 2 weeks to a robot. That's okay. I just, it just builds the anticipation.
Well, see, so that is how this one has this box on top that has 4 spools in it, and that's how I print these in full color.
That they are in full color and not painted.
Yes, they're printed in.
I was
full
thinking
color.
you did such a hell of a good job on the paint on these too.
Oh yeah, I can't paint for nothing, man.
Tree
Yeah,
box.
those files are cool because they're all set. All the pieces are separated by color, so you can just decide what color you want to print them in. So Larkin printed that Daltonius, and as I'm looking at it, I'm going, you know what? I'm going to print that, but these parts I'm going to use this color, and these parts I'm going to use this other color. So you can just change it up and print it any way you like.
Too cool.
Yeah, like I did with the
Daltonius, dude. You have no idea how close we were to not really to Voltron not being a thing. Nobody really understands how close we were to Voltron not being a thing. So let me show you.
Would you be opposed to it? Would you be opposed to it being different, or would you rather have the Voltron we got?
Well, I love the Voltron that we got, but let me show you this. Okay, so this guy right here. Let me show you. This is Daltonius.
That's a cool name. I'll give you that.
For reference.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen that before.
Oh, I like
Okay.
that.
It's Jason, these are all filament. I don't print in resin.
And I wanted to show him first so that you could see the lion on his chest. So
Okay, I see it now.
So we're talking about back in the day of the 3 channels, right? And everybody's just trying to come up with programming for TV, right?
Right.
So this TV executive, he gets the same idea dozens of people had before him, was import Japanese shows that already exist, dub them over, boom, American kids show.
G-Force.
Morning slots.
Yep.
So he was at a convention, and he saw 3 different Japanese shows that kind of got his attention, and he got the idea. I can bring those in, write them up together, make a trilogy, and make them all this one story. And this is what would eventually become Voltron. So he chose 3 robots. He chose
Go Lion, Die Rugger.
No, he did not.
No Die Rugger. No Die Rugger.
No, he not Go Lion. He ordered Albegas, which was the Gladiator, the 3 robots that combined into the bigger robot.
Right. Yeah.
He ordered Space Fleet Die Rugger 15, which became Vehicle Voltron.
Vehicle Voltron.
And then for the 3rd one, he couldn't remember. He wanted the one with the lion. The one with the lion.
Ah,
So when apparently lion was just not enough to really describe what he was looking for. So he meant Daltonius. But Daltonius was an older show. They thought he meant the newer one with the 5 lions. Send him that one. It was completely by mistake that he ended up getting Go Lion. Beast King Go Lion. And so he got
gives
that.
me like
And he watched it, and he went, you know what? I understand it without dubbing it, just by watching it, without understanding the language. He understood the show. He goes, this'll work.
whoa.
Dub it. Let's use it. That is cool.
that's
That's your
awesome.
parts,
That
man.
is
Isn't
cool.
it?
That is a shelf, dude.
It's a
You
full
mount that on your wall, and then you got little drawers that open.
Bert, that Daltonius, it kind of gives me a Gal Gaigar vibe, like a baby Gal Gaigar.
Very Gal Gaigar, yes. But that's when you see Daltonius, it makes you wonder if that was the robot that we got as Voltron. Do you think it would have worked?
I don't know, because really I think what really sells people is the lion combination.
Exactly.
I think the combination is what sells people, and I don't know if
I don't know that because when they went to, it was always planned to have 3 Voltrons. Voltron 1 was the vehicle Voltron, Die Rugger. He was the one that was closest to Earth. Voltron 2 was the Albega's Voltron, which never became a thing. That was the outer space one. And then Voltron 3 was the Go Lion, which was the way out in deep space Voltron. They were all supposed to be related. So they did 1 season of Go Lion or of Lion Voltron, and then they switched over to Vehicle Force Voltron. Everybody hated it so much, they actually ordered new. They called the people who made the original show in Japan and ordered more episodes. Just write something new, give us new episodes of the Lion one. We got to bring that one back. So they brought back Lion Voltron for another half a season. Then they made a movie, The Fleet of Doom, where you had both Voltrons, Lion and Vehicle. And then they were done. They never even touched Albegas. It was released as a toy by Mattel.
They never made anything for it.
I'm not going to lie.
I never remember watching Voltron as a kid other than maybe renting a VHS movie of it or something. The only Japanese show I remember carried over was G-Force.
There's no leopard. It's a Spider-Man.
I saw a small run of it. I saw a small run of Voltron on Boomerang when I was about 6. And that was all I could remember of it before the new shows started coming out. Oh, yeah. Boomerang. I mean, heck, I use the Boomer Action theme as my theme song for my intros. I mean, Turner killed the channel, so I figured, I might as well use the music.
Well, I absolutely. I remember when Boomerang first came out. I loved that network so much, and then it hurt my heart when I saw that they were playing Johnny Bravo and Powerpuff Girls, and I'm like, wait, no, these are not old cartoons. I remember when these came out.
Yeah. I got my introduction to those cartoons there, and Samurai Jack and stuff.
That day.
But all the same, I got the same effect from the older shows on there too. Like without Boomerang, I would have never got introduced to Flintstones, Jetsons, all the old stuff. And those are some of my favorite cartoons. And Tom and Jerry, me and my grandpa, we watched Tom and Jerry every time it was on Boomerang.
I'm surprised there's no streaming service that has old cartoons. I mean, they're all mixed up. I mean, there's cartoons on each one. I mean, one dedicated. Yeah.
I mean, there isn't even a dedicated one for Adult Swim because Adult Swim has its own app, and its own streaming service, and it's also on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. HBO Max seems to have most of that.
If you really liked Samurai Jack, if you haven't seen it, you need to go on HBO Max and look up Primal.
Oh God, yes.
It's the same guy.
My God, Primal's so good. Yep, Gendy Tartakovsky is a god making these shows. And his rendition of the Clone Wars, rendition of Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Oh my God, this guy!
I remember
right here.
We got Dirge. Oh yeah,
we got Fordo.
And I remember watching that and seeing Grievous. And I'm like, I can't wait to see him in the live action movie. And in the movie, I was like, that was nothing compared to what the cartoon was.
Yeah. I mean, the new Clone Wars is one of my favorite shows. But I'll say they didn't do Grievous as well as Gendy did. I don't think Dave Filoni did Grievous nearly as well as Gendy.
I don't have nothing close by to put on.
I thought about getting my Stormtrooper helmet up in the attic.
It's not put together completely.
Is that transform?
Oh my God.
Dude, there's an Optimus Prime.
I went to go print the head and it broke.
There's a 3D print Optimus Prime with trailer that transforms.
Yep.
That one is coming. Right now, I got about the next 3 months planned out for these Japanese robots before I even get to Optimus Prime.
You see your future, don't you, Jason?
Yeah, well,
Sooner or later.
Not with the arcade itch now.
I got extras. Do you want one?
Yep, it's coming.
I don't know.
It's coming eventually.
I on one hand, I kind of want to say, shit, send me one. It's one less one that I have to print. But at the same time, I'm like, it's fun to print them yourself and build and put them together.
Oh no, I wasn't pointing at the robots.
Oh,
I was pointing at the spare printers that are just laying around. These 2 printers have replaced 4 other printers.
See, Mike's got me all excited. He sent me a gift that I can't open until I hit 15K.
Gotta get
and
on
seeing all this cool stuff he's printing, I'm like, what's in the box? I mean, it's still tape, Mike. I promised I wouldn't open it until 15K. Oh, there we go.
Treebot knows the way.
The way.
This is the way.
All right, I'm gonna get the only Star Wars thing I own, if I can reach it, because I'm short as hell.
I'll
Mike's
be honest
short
with
for
you.
Stormtrooper.
I can't see anything out of that helmet.
Yeah. Try a Stormtrooper helmet.
And I wore it for Halloween my senior year.
I have that. I have that one, Mike.
So when I got this, from an old couple, and I got Luke's lightsaber too.
I got it too. Yeah.
They gave them to me for free. For free. They just
I've got the Obi-Wan over there.
And you know, Bert, how expensive the original one is.
I had a Vader one, and once again, sell or regret.
I paid full
price
for that.
That's the replica one. That's not the Black Series Force Effects one, right? That's the replica version, right?
Master replicas.
This is Master replicas.
Yeah.
Those are the Master replicas. I know how much it costs.
I got a Black Series.
I paid full price for them at a convention.
Yeah, those were a pretty penny.
So I paid for those.
Yep.
The only thing that was wrong with it was
I'm a plebeian. I own
there was some gunk on the terminals.
I can confirm.
Cleaned it up.
Oh.
My Warwolf says my ex took all the lightsabers.
And I can confirm. Oh, you're gonna meet him, Jay.
Oh, is he gonna be at TFCon?
No, but he lives here. He's always in my house.
That's right. I was in there planning out my vacation at your house in October.
He's always here. So you'll meet him.
Awesome.
I am so pissed off that I cannot go with you guys.
You gotta come, man.
I have basketball season. My last season starts.
There is no basketball.
Or else I'd be going.
Hey, hold on. Let me rephrase this. You have basketball season, where TFCon is just a weekend. Season, weekend. Season.
Yeah,
weekend.
Season, but practice on weekends.
I know how that
possibly will happen.
My daughters were competitive dancers. I know how that is, man. It's like there's so much stuff that you have to miss. Okay, so that arcade convention that we were talking about, 1 year, because we always go and we spend the whole weekend there. 1 year, because my daughters had competition practice Saturday, half of the day on Saturday. We went there Thursday. We set up. We were there Friday. Saturday morning, we woke up at the crack of dawn, drove 2.5 hours all the way back here so that they could go to their practice and then come back that afternoon to the convention. Basically, we missed all of Saturday and then be there again on Sunday because they had competition practice.
Yep.
It's extremely demanding, and if you miss it, I
don't let my kids do it.
Is way more.
It's almost emotionally and mentally abusive the way they treat you if you miss it, because you're a traitor and you're letting the team down. And
I'll tell you, I played the club basketball when I was in high school. Oh my God, it was so.
However,
every weekend, Saturday we've got to go to Orlando at Disney World and play. And then we've got Pacers. Today's youth. Yes.
As in, you need to be at TFCon, not at the basketballs.
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you. After next year, every single con, I'm going with you guys. Like, I'm not missing one.
But next year's not in Florida.
Damn it.
You play basketball, every weekend, every couple days? How many TFCons can you go to?
Next year's not in Florida by the Bert Arcade.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to come. There's some issues.
Oh, for those of you that don't know, tell the audience, and he just left. We embarrassed him. Hal, wasn't it Treebot here that recognized you by the voice, gave you his phone to take a picture of Bolt Matrix or something, and didn't realize that you were you until later on?
Yeah. See, I had never seen a video with Bert's face one time. And literally the week before, I watched a video of him about a figure I was going to get at TFCon. I got it, and somehow I meet Bert at TFCon too. It's like,
yeah, but that's not how we met.
That's not the funny story. You're skipping the embarrassing part.
Yeah, the embarrassing part is I see Rodimus Primal in Brawl Matrix, and I'm like, oh my god, those are people I've seen before. I'm over there. I was like, hey, can you take our picture? And then they're like, okay, Bert, we can go downstairs. And I was like, wait a minute.
And then you take a bunch of pictures of yourself before you hand it to him?
Yeah, Bert took like 50 pictures of himself. Had to maxed out my cloud storage. Thank you, Bert. And I had to pay $4 more. I
always do that. When people ask me to take pictures, I flip the phone into selfie, take a couple of pictures of myself, and then flip it back over and take pictures that the people are asking me to take. In years that I've been doing that, I've only ever had one person ever come back to me on Facebook and go, explain this.
I don't know how well you can see it, but there it is.
Oh, the mask era.
Now TFCon 2023 is going to be right down the road from the Bertcade.
Now, you guys are going to be disappointed in me.
We already are.
I'm going to MetroCon. Yeah, I know. You already are. I'm going to MetroCon in July because family trip, and I'm able to actually go without any
MetroCon in
conflicts.
Tampa?
Yeah.
Dude, really?
Yeah.
Okay, because my daughter and I go to that every year.
There you go.
Hey, you might get him to take a picture of himself again.
Yeah.
Dude, I live an hour north of Tampa. We always go to MetroCon. So if you're coming to MetroCon, I'll see you there.
Yeah, it's going to be a full month of just trip. Like we're going there, we're going to Universal, we're going to Legoland. We're going to my uncle's house in Fort Walton. It's in the Gulf.
We might bring back Spider-Man and Happy. This is what we did at MetroCon last year. Let me look up pictures real quick.
Is there a dog somewhere?
He does this every time I get on the stream.
He sits under his lap and licks his nuts of water.
Are you done? Are you done?
This is my daughter and I at MetroCon last year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember seeing that. That was awesome. Yeah, so I'll have two more people I know then. You and then TJ is going too.
Oh, TJ Omega. Yeah, I talked to him at it's funny because it was actually just on my screen a little bit ago.
I mean, you could be in this picture.
Yep. I've always said I'm the Spider-Man to your guys' Avengers.
DJ, I talk to him every time I run into him in shows here because he's also from Florida, and TJ was actually the one that gave me the idea for the name That's Just Prime. Because originally I wanted to do the Prime review, but there was somebody who was already using that title, and I was talking with him at it was a predecessor to MetroCon. There was another small anime show. I don't even remember what it was called, but I was talking to him at that, and he suggested That's Just Prime, and so I looked it up, and nobody was using it, so I went with that. That was his idea.
Treebot, don't ever make a video and say That's Just Prime, because they will come for you for impersonating Bert.
Yeah, I'm not.
Like they
I'll
did
never
me.
say it.
I had nothing to do with that. But it's
I might have to work that into a script one day.
My 19-year-old daughter, the one that was dressed as Spider-Man in those pictures, he's known her since she was itty bitty little. And last year at MetroCon, when I saw him, I said, "Oh, hey, by the way, remember the girl at my daughter at BotCon He goes, yeah. I said, you want to feel old? He goes, no, it's my birthday. I said, well, guess what? And I pointed to my daughter. He just drops his head and walks.
You know, it's crazy. I was 18 when I met all of you guys, and now I'm 20.
That's enough.
I'm old.
That's enough.
I'm old.
Yeah,
And
you're
then-
old.
No, it makes me feel even worse when you realize I'm older than this thing. I had that realization the other day.
I am older than every Optimus Prime figure on the shelf.
Yeah.
Now that just makes me sad to think about. Oh, now you're just showing off.
Yep.
I'm trying to see if there's
How are my
anything in there.
MC? How are my bouncing their feet doing? I think they're doing okay. There's my HasLab Proton Pack. I'm older than the 80s.
So I've been kicking around some ideas. I haven't reviewed a figure I don't like yet. This thing's already
Reviewing ones that suck are fun.
Yeah, and with my video format, this is gonna be a ball.
Your editing skills always crack me up. If you guys aren't subscribed to Treebot, give him a shot. It's funny. You're so deadpan. So you only got one arcade machine, huh? Slacker?
Yeah. Well,
Who has an arcade machine?
Treebot. He said it. I got.
Yeah, they're on the way.
He's mad at me.
Yeah, I got the Pac-Man one and the Turtles one on the way.
Oh, I love Turtles.
His fault. It's his fault.
Now, you see this thing here. I got a Nintendo, the little NES Classic, but I hacked it, and so now it run. I think I've currently got my last count was 2,700 games that I have on it, and I got a bunch of arcade games on it. So, and of course I got the Super Advantage. So, if I want to play Turtles, I can literally just grab this, turn it over to the side, and just play Turtles right there on that screen.
So I have this.
That's the one. That's the one I got.
No, this one's.
I
know that's a RetroPie, isn't it?
But I have another
one,
because this is a Pi B3, and I have one that's a Pi B4, and I think it's put away. But I'll show you one of these drawers. The way they did the Pi B4 version of that is you can use SSDs in cartridges.
That's cool.
So you load up.
This is the one I've got.
Is that the classic NES Mini?
This is the knockoff one that they're selling in big malls.
I have the licensed one.
System.
I have the licensed one. I got it at a yard sale in my neighborhood for $10.
Dang.
I remember when people were crazy trying to find those.
And
oh yeah,
I played it in its original configuration once to see that it worked, and then I hacked the hell out of it. Opened it up, soldered it up, hacked it. Yeah.
I think between Nintendo, MAME, Sony, Atari, Sega, PlayStation, I did not put any Xbox games on this. There's like 8,000 games on this thing.
See, I'm glad I know you guys because my new pinball machine has a function where it can play MAME games off a USB. I just don't know how to do it.
I bet you all it is you load up all the MAME games on a USB
and
plug it in. It'll read them.
This thing is.
Where is it?
What you got, Fire Talks? What you got?
Go ahead, because it's going to take me a second to find it.
Okay. So the thing about this,
like mine here in front.
Oh, you don't want to know.
There is something on this that is an absolute atrocity. There's a version of Convoy No Nazo on this thing. I randomly stumbled upon it. I was just kind of clicking through the games. I said Transformers, and I thought about it for a minute. I was like, okay, there's a 50-50 chance that I'm going to be scarred for life.
Are those all games on thumb drives?
They're just thumb drives.
That's awesome.
Oh my god.
400 thumb.
Where'd you get all those?
No comment.
Okay, good enough.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah,
You don't want to know where I got that many thumb drives.
I'm assuming it
There we
was a
go.
van of some kind.
Arcade. What did we say? Turtles?
Yes.
But if you need stuff on a thumb drive, you just let me know.
Yeah, I'm very curious with MAME stuff because I have
You
no
want
idea.
you want Turtles 1 or Turtles in Time?
Turtles in Time. Turtles in Time.
So every time we go to the little toy shop that I go to sometimes by the house, they've got a bunch of those arcade 1-up machines. And every time we go in there, the youngest one will run to the back and ask, "Can I play Ninja Turtles? Can I play Ninja Turtles?" And then she jumps up on the chair and starts playing Ninja Turtles on the one arcade.
Well, my favorite one is the Terminator 2 one.
Winners don't use drugs, Bert.
Better watch out. We're going to get a copyright strike.
Can I go? Yeah, let me turn that down.
At this point, I wouldn't even be surprised.
We'll turn that off.
That's cool. That's so cool.
Yeah,
MAME is awesome.
I think the last count on that was like 2,500 games, something like that.
Wow.
I sat here for weeks just putting. In fact, there was a night that we did a live stream, and everybody was talking, and I was over here doing this, and it was just me loading games and testing to see that they worked, and loading games and testing to see that they work. There's one of our live stream where the whole live stream, I'm just all you see me is me doing this.
Let's see if they're on this computer or not. They might be on one of my storage drives.
So are you guys like me and no figures coming in this month?
Nothing.
Making your own?
I had to buy a G.I. Joe.
I've
I
got
watched that
a
Larkin
Studio
review
Series
on Metal
Bumblebee.
Hawk and got jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got all of them coming in except for Scourge right now.
I can't get into the movie bots anymore. They just don't do anything for me.
I was tempted after Zero was showing pictures of Cheetor, and then I went to Amazon and looked it up, and there's no way I'm paying $35 for Cheetor.
Yeah.
There's not a chance in hell I'm paying that for that.
See, like, I can't really buy the Michael Bay stuff anymore, because I have all the movie masterpieces, so I just go for the Bumblebee.
But that was your
movie
first
stuff
Transformers.
Yeah, we know. But I got all the movie masterpieces, so I'm like, I don't need to get any of these. I only got this because it was on sale and it turned out to be crap. But so I just decided to buy.
Crap videos are fun.
They are.
So I just decided to buy these, and honestly, all of these have turned out really good. So I'm just going to go in on the Rise of the Beast stuff.
I like the Bumblebee.
You said what?
Movie, I like the Bumblebee movie, but then again, I could watch Haley Steinfeld read the phone book for 3 hours. So,
yeah, it was a good movie. I enjoyed that one too. Oh, Elites hit me with a buck. What shall we give Elites?
$1.
I'll buy that for 99 cents.
I didn't recognize him with the logo change. What happened?
I'll buy that.
It's been a while since we've done this.
Yeah, that's true.
He's using some sports ball logo.
Oh,
do you really want to taste it?
Not gonna lie, that just scared the shit out of me.
I had to cut that one
do for some laughs.
Well, yeah.
You guys see my Mario dance?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, dude, I had to send that to like all my Discord servers. I was priceless.
What I didn't realize until after I put it all together and I saw it, I'm like, I'm not doing it again. Because I'm like really tired halfway through. So I quit smiling.
Well, that's what makes it funny. You got that music going on. Here's Bert going.
Okay, no, Bert, when we come to Tampa, we'll bring my grandpa's plumbing van because we own a plumbing business, and we'll recreate the commercial that they're doing for the movie.
Oh my God, that commercial is so good. Have you guys seen the new trailer with the Super Mario Brothers movie just came out with a trailer this week? It's a commercial for the actual Mario Brothers plumbing business, and they used the song from the old Super Mario Super Show.
Oh,
yes.
cool.
Oh, I gotta look that up.
And the girl that's reading the teleprompter, that was my favorite part, because at the end of it, she reads it.
She's like reading it. Yeah. Thank you, Super Mario Brothers. The only thing you didn't drain is my bank account. The actress that's doing her voice is the same actress that did the voice for Toad in the original Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Are you serious?
That's the same voice. That's
wow.
the same person.
Wow. That's crazy. I have most of the show on DVDs that Cookie Jar re-released.
That was on purpose, Rico. That was completely planned. I did that little false step on every single take. I did that false step because I knew I was going to cut it, make myself jump into the center and fall and trip. I'm glad you saw that, though. That always cracked me up, the way that Lou Albano just almost fell on his ass.
Yeah,
doing that, and they just left it there. Yeah, see, you guys got to watch that, man. If I don't want Patriot Prime to get a copyright.
Yeah, I was just thinking I'll pull it up. I was like,
you got it. Yeah,
I was gonna pull it. I was gonna pull it up, but I don't want you to get a copyright, man. It's the original rap from the original show.
Yeah, like straight up lyric for lyric. It's
I think it's a sample. I think it's a sound sample of it. I don't think it's a redone. I think it's the actual track from the show.
And when's that coming out? Is it spring, summer?
Sometime this
March.
year.
I think March. I think it's because I think that's the first one on my list to see.
Plumbing's a game.
We're not like the others who get all the fame. Dude, I love that. I love that old show so much.
But it's a commercial for like a plumbing business.
Yeah, and then they roll the van
really
across
funny.
the map.
It's really well done.
And then do you know you can call the number and Luigi will send you the
I haven't done it, but yeah, and everybody said that I've had so many people tell me you can call that number or you can text that number. It's a real number.
Yeah, I couldn't call it the night of the Super Bowl because it was so busy. But then the next day, when I had a break at school, I called and I got Luigi.
Oh, so the characters answer, and they just leave a message or something?
Yeah, I was like, "What? Leave a message. Our hours are this, and this." And
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I'm not a hat guy.
You're like Groot. You hate hats.
I'm not a hat guy.
Yeah,
my mom just sent me that though, but man, I mean, how can I not wear this? My mom just sent me that.
Dude, that's awesome.
How can I not wear this, dude?
Well, these are on sale on my site. So nice embroidered hats. So.
Plug away.
I went to go make mine and figured out that somehow my logo got deleted.
I need more subs before I can make it merch. I did hit 100.
Let me tell you something about subs. Do it for the love, because my subs counts keep going up, but my views keep going down. So if you're making videos, make it because you want to do it, not because you expect people to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun making the last one.
As long as you're having fun doing it and you're doing it because you're loving it, that's what you need to be doing. And never fall into the trap of you're at the store and you can look at something and you see something and you go, I'm gonna buy that because I want to make a video about that.
Yeah. I did that for a while. I'm so glad I don't do that anymore.
I remember you telling me that about a month ago, and
never do that. It's you shoot the stuff that you want to shoot because it's you have it, you love it, you want to share it, but be like that T100, that Terminator figure that was one of those. I was at Walgreens, I saw it, and I'm like, I'm gonna get this for a video. No other reason. That's the only reason I bought that figure. I don't even know where it is.
Didn't you give it to me?
Did I send it to you?
Yeah, it's right here.
There you go.
I don't know how big you guys are into.
Now I know where it is. It's up in Virginia.
West Virginia. We're a separate state.
I didn't get this to review it, but I might have to do this soon because I already built the charger.
I got my wife have you seen the Atari 2600 Lego set?
Dude, that's so cool.
it looks really cool.
I got that for my wife for her birthday.
I just built the Lego Optimus Prime. My oldest daughter got it for me for my birthday or for Christmas. I don't remember. She got it for me, and I built it.
I want to do the Seinfeld apartment. That's my next Lego purchase.
That is a cool set. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Is that the Playmobil?
That's a Playmobil one. Yeah,
I
that's
remember seeing that at
nice.
Walmart. That is cool.
That
man.
is pretty.
Is that the one you got for $26 from my link?
Yep.
Yeah. That thing was like
Nice.
$60 and it was down to 26.
I had seen it on clearance one time and I didn't grab it. And I regretted it ever since. And then you put that link up. I'm like, nope, I'm getting it.
And like I said, we cost each other a lot of money.
Ever since, and then you put that link up. I'm like, nope, I'm getting it.
I wanted to see how many
The
people
hell
were
was
in the
that?
chat.
Oh, 30.
30.
But yeah,
30.
I did break 100, Jason.
Oh, congratulations.
Views?
So, yeah, no, that yes, I did break that too. Well over that, but yeah, I hit.
You're
I hit
well over
101
100.
yesterday.
You're beating me, buddy.
Oh, I didn't tell you my recognition story. I was going to say earlier when we were telling Gannon's embarrassing recognition story.
I got that heart medicine thing coming up.
Oh, he's got that heart or the blood pressure? Yeah, blood pressure.
Blood pressure.
Us
He
old
didn't want to
guys, we got to
admit it,
take our
Bill.
blood pressure medicine, our cholesterol medicine, or heart PP pills.
I know. I have a doctor's appointment next Friday, and I'm not looking forward to
Don't let erectile dysfunction get in your way.
That's not what's in
Choose
my way.
Viagra. Choose Viagra.
You know, if you combine Fix-A-Flat and Miracle Grow, you could get a substitute for Viagra.
That's why I like this kid. Yeah, that sucks. You got to get on these meds. You got to be on a schedule. You got to set an alarm to take. I got meds that I got to take at night. I forget to take them half the time. Like I'll wake up in the morning and like, shit, I forgot to take them again.
Yeah.
Dude,
I don't have any meds that
I don't get better
right now, but
just hope you never have to do dialysis if you're forgetting like that.
Yeah.
You ever see the Family Guy episode where he has to get dialysis?
Mm-mm.
And then he like almost dies at the bar. He turns orange and then he passes out because he skips his dialysis.
I watched a lot of Family Guy in its first incarnation before it got canceled the first time. When I was overseas, because this is in the 90s, when I was in the Army.
I was a sperm.
Yeah, when we got, when we were overseas, we didn't get these shows. So I actually had my mom recording them. She would make entire, back in the day before DVDs, we had these big square things called videotapes. My mom would record Family Guy, Futurama, the PJs, King of the Hill. She'd record all those shows for me. And I would tell her, don't pause the commercials. Let them play with commercials because Armed Forces Network overseas doesn't have commercials. And it's really, really weird to watch TV programming
Without
and then the commercial breaks are all filled with like educational stuff or military history. And you're like, where are the commercials? And he knows what I'm talking about. It's a good reason though. It would actually cost money to send commercials overseas to promote something they're not even selling. It's like completely ridiculous. So they just don't. They have the programming, they don't have the commercials, so they fill the spots with educational stuff.
Honestly, I really miss VHS tapes.
Yeah, I would tell my mom to record that stuff. She'd send it to me. Once the tape filled up, she'd send it to me overseas, and we would put it at the dining hall, in the TV in the dining hall, and we just let it play with the commercials and everything, and that's how we got that stuff overseas.
Nice.
Yeah, when I was a youngin', I watched a lot of VHSs. Like when my first introduction to like Toy Story was on a VHS, and let's see what else was there. There was a lot of Disney was on VHS when I was a kid, and then like Thomas the Tank Engine, one of my favorite shows, and we had some Tom and Jerry on VHS too, and then DVD came and assassinated all of it.
First DVD I remember buying was the director's cut of Armageddon.
In the butt.
Where's the
crap.
flicks of?
In the butt.
What have I What have I started?
See what you did? This is what you did.
What have I done? What have I done?
Because next he's going to know what to do with the Miracle Grow, and it's going to be your fault. Your fault.
No, see what you do.
Did you save the recognition story?
I have not.
Yeah, we got to get back to that. We got to get back to that.
So, I was every year we do the Christmas parades here. We do the Ghostbuster stuff, and because of the baby and dance and all of that, there's a parade that we do every year, and we missed the last two. We went this past Christmas. We finally got to do the Christmas parade again. So there were some new people. So I'm meeting some new people there, and there was this young guy. Everybody calls him the Kid. That's so much so that his name tag is the Kid. That's just what he is. That's who he is now. He's the Kid. And so I'm meeting him at this event for the first time, and we're all talking, and usually we're like, I've done this to my pack, you've done that to your pack, and whatnot. And this kid's just looking at me, and all of a sudden he pulls out his phone, opens up my YouTube page, and he goes, "Is that you?" And I'm like, yeah. Did you just recognize my voice? And he goes, "Yeah." So now we're in a Ghostbusters group, so I immediately go, "Are you my subscriber? Did I find my voice in episode 46?" Which is a line from Afterlife. When he figures out that Dan Aykroyd is his subscriber.
Yeah.
I'm like, "You're my subscriber?"
Yeah.
But it was one of those, it's like this young kid just recognizes my voice, pulls out his phone and shows me my YouTube page and goes, "Is that you?"
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I still have yet to be approached by anyone near me that's been a subscriber, but
It'll happen. It'll happen. When it happens, it's so cool.
I hope it's at like a convention or something rather than it being around here, because like my teammates still don't know, and I want to keep it that way.
Don't be ashamed, man.
All right, so I'm jumping on Gannon's Facebook page and looking for all of his friends, and I'm sending them all YouTube links to everybody.
Damn you!
On your Facebook page friends list.
Make sure and make it public. Oh, hello.
Well, hello.
Hi.
Hello there.
Hi.
What just happened?
Why did I get blown up?
See, the funny thing is my high school team knew, and my college team does not. Because I told Jason a story when I did sit rep with him. My high school team and I were watching an episode of Jobby before a big game that we were watching, or we're going to play. And that's how we like kind of calmed ourselves down, was laughing at a Jobby video.
Oh, is that it?
Jason just got that Miracle Grow to work. Oh, good Lord.
Apparently I missed something when I went to go pee.
Yeah, good thing you missed it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll rewind this later.
I was talking about how at our age we got to take those cholesterol pills and those blood pressure pills and those hard pee-pee pills. And Gannon was saying if you take Fix It Flat and Miracle Grow, you make a good replacement for Viagra. So people want to know where you put the Fix It Flat. What do you do with the Miracle Grow?
There's oddly a lot of interest in the Fix It Flat Miracle Grow.
You put it in your butt.
And if I make a Patreon page, I will make a video on what you do with it. I will not show you. I will tell you.
Well, it's a shame that you're 20 years old and you need to do that, and we can just, we're good.
I'm ashamed.
Yeah, I would be too.
All I need is a player 2. Get me one of those, and I'm set.
You're tired of playing Star Wars, aren't you?
I'm so tired of the calluses, man.
Han Solo.
It's just horrible.
Pause. Pause.
Bert's still linking all your YouTubes to your friends.
Yeah.
You son of a word I can't say on without being demonetized.
Well, no, this is my channel.
Everybody wants to know where the Fix It Flat goes. Fix It Flat.
No. No, 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 no.
We don't all live in Florida, Bert.
20 years. Fix a flat goes right there. Right here.
Why is it seeing this hard drive?
Look at it, Gannon. Look at it.
Oh, he done ran away.
I see it. I see it. I see it. What have I started?
So
what have
bad.
I done?
I learned it from watching you.
Iron sharpens iron, children.
There's a reference you probably don't get. Speaking of the 80s.
I learned it from
Wait,
watching you, okay?
No, I've heard that somewhere. Can't think of where it is.
It was one of those old anti-drug propaganda commercials that we had back in the 80s.
Oh, okay, yeah. Only ones I've seen of that
Just
is
Say
the
No movement.
Yeah.
Nancy
The only
Reagan,
thing
Just Say No.
Mad.
is the thing on. It was on Captain Commando at my local bar and grill. They had an arcade, and Captain Commando was in there, and it said winners don't use drugs.
Yeah, they put that
That's
on a lot of the Turtle video games had that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Winners don't do drugs. A lot of arcade games had those back then.
First one I ever remember seeing it on was Narc, conveniently.
Which was about drugs.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Treebot keeps disappearing. I think
Miracle Grow's knocking his camera off a stand, I guess.
I had to let the family know not to knock or scream or yell or for me or something like that.
My wife and kids will barge in here at any given moment.
Oh, that's mine.
Oh, I could make an outtake of just, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Just an outtake compilation.
My favorite is I'll be doing a review and I'm down to like the last minute. And all of a sudden I hear Dylan yell or something. I'm like, ugh. So a lot of people have asked why I started added music in my video. It drowns out the background noise that goes on in this house.
Yep. And I'm glad I started doing it myself because I changed my format completely. Like I'm doing it differently now. But I'm glad I started using the music because my house is very loud.
Oh, when I first started, people were pissed. Why are you doing the music in the videos? I hate that. And I'm like, well, it's my video. I'll do what I want.
You want to do it, make your own. Like Few says, make your own if you're so bloody proud.
There's nothing worse. You get those comments where people just blast, well, if it was me, I would have done this and done this. I was like, well
it's not you. It's not you.
Did you see the one I got today, the comment from a video I posted 7 months ago? The guy's like, that's old news. I'm like, yeah. I posted 7 months ago.
That was 7 months ago. What happened to Fire Talks?
I don't know. He printed himself into oblivion.
The Miracle Crow got him. Took him out.
He went to go apply some Fix-A-Flat.
No. Mm-mm.
I
wait. That's why they call him Treebot.
I was gonna start a couples website for Transformers fans, but only trans was already taken. You see his eyes get real big there all of a sudden.
Oh my god!
If you don't believe us, Google it.
No. Oh, okay. This is. I got one.
Dude, we got a timestamp that his eyes went like that.
Yeah, there's a new super chat. Thank you for you. My eyes
at 128. Got it. Right there.
Okay.
Right there.
I got one for you about the Google thing. So, Fun Pub. Yes, I have seen Shirtless Bert. I regret it completely.
Yeah, actually, I thought you saw Drunk Bert at TFCon, didn't you?
I've seen Drunk Bert, Shirtless Bert, Bert on
and that
fire.
was the day he met me.
Bert's ass of fire. I've seen Bert with an empty wallet. I've seen Bert with a. Come on. Okay. Google story, right? So Fun Pub, right? they make that that Nexus Prime combiner. Well, the alternate name for it is Nexus Maximus. I was watching a video on JT Mitchell 87's channel back when I was like, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old.
I still watch him.
Yeah, I like his Power Rangers videos too. But I was watching him, I was like 7 or 8, mind you. And I'm watching this.
So not too long ago.
Yeah, right. But I'm watching this, and he says, now, if you Google the word Nexus Maximus and don't put Transformers, your parents will smack you. And remember what happened to George and the man in yellow hat not being very happy. So my infinite wisdom decides to, and I was grounded for a month.
Nexus Maximus. I've never looked that up, and I'm
Yeah,
not
right
going
ahead.
to because
Here,
this is a work
actually,
computer.
I've got a picture of him up here, wherever he's up here somewhere.
Oh, no, not
hiding.
I mean the non-Transformers version.
Oh yeah, get
And
a non-work related
I've
computer.
never
before you
Googled
do
that, and I'm not going to because this
Yeah.
is a work computer.
Yeah, get a non-work related computer and then Google it if you're so brave.
Well, speaking about non-work related, a few years ago, we were in the market to buy a canoe. Lisa,
Your
the wife,
Lisa, yeah,
was
your Lisa.
she was at work. She worked for the state police at the time on a work computer, and new Dick's Sporting Goods had canoes on sale.
Oh no.
She couldn't remember what the number, or wanted to know what the number was for Dick's Sporting Goods, so
Dick's
she decided to Google Dick's on her work computer.
That'll get you every time.
I got her.
Dick's Canoe.
And
I
put
wanna-
Dick's Sporting Goods behind it, did
Where
she?
can I find Dick's Canoe?
Fun story.
Okay.
Plug in
Put
an
Google on that.
external hard drive, and my camera was murdered.
Ah. Can't just print another one?
Nexus
that-
Maximus?
I wish.
Yes.
Nexus Maximus.
It might not yield any results now. It might have
All Transformer stuff.
wow, surprising.
Oh, that double-ended dildo?
Yep, there you go.
Okay. You got grounded over that?
Yep.
What?
I've seen bigger.
The what in the back?
I walked past and heard double-ended dildo.
I bet I've printed
My
bigger.
daughter, everybody. He said not to Google Nexus Maximus unless you put Transformers in front of it.
Yeah, these are what our
I
live
looked it
streams
up and it's
devolve
all
into.
Transformers. Ah, double-ended dildo.
Ah, okay.
He got grounded for that.
Yeah.
Ah, boo.
Come
Boring.
here, nobody can see you.
Hi,
There
hi.
she is.
See you in October.
I'm waving in spirit.
College girl.
See you in July.
He's coming to
Metro?
Metro.
Ooh, are
Yep.
we going to Metro officially?
I guess. I
Probably.
mean,
Sorry. I think the hotel just sold out.
we live less than an hour away.
I know, but I'm just telling you. I think the hotel sold out.
Okay.
I'm going as Eddie Munson.
Oh, did you?
I'm bringing Eddie.
Eddie.
Eddie, we
Did you
are a
get
night
on
like now.
Has
I
the
think
hotel
Gavin
block-
got that.
Has
I
the
did.
hotel block?
Eddie, we are a nightlight now.
I love that TikTok. It is one of my favorite pages.
Close that door, please.
Okay.
She showed me this TikTok of this guy that does like Venom stuff. And he does a really good Venom voice, but he just emphasizes the way he says Eddie is really funny.
Oh shit! That is a red one.
It's really good.
Has the TFCon Orlando hotel block opened up yet?
Dude, I already made reservations.
You did. Okay, that's what I was just double checking.
Yeah, I sent you pictures of the room.
Okay, I just couldn't remember. It's been a while. Sweet. Yeah, as soon as the one is over in March, they're going to start hyping it up for October.
Yep. I'm just hoping that it comes like, see, if it was closer, like if it was like in St. Louis or Nashville, like BotCon was, I'd be able to go. Because like I'd leave the Friday after practice and then go down, come back and go to practice again, and then just drive right back. It'd be so easy if it was that close. Because like when I was doing BotCon in August, I hadn't started mandatory practice. It was just kind of lifting and workouts, you know. And so I was able to squeeze that in. But TFCon is going to be a little bit more difficult just because of how much travel will be involved. For me, anyway.
What are we talking about? I was looking at Venom Nightlights.
I was talking about.
We know what you were looking at.
Nexus Maximus.
Nexus Maximus.
Yep.
And I love this toy.
Do I think a Nexus Maximus would be good for your collection? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh Lord.
Now there was
Fonhard will be there.
I like that username.
Still debating whether or not I can come. I'm hoping that I can.
This is the room I booked us.
If he ran, see, I would love to just buy a ticket now, like, and pray for him to not schedule practice, and then be like, okay, now I can go. But
I got left side. I sleep better on that side.
I get the middle pillow.
But the year after, if you
Those
guys
aren't
go the next year, I'm guaranteed to go.
And
I'm just hoping if I can't make it this year, that next year it's back here in Reston, because that would be awesome.
Next year, depends on when it falls. It kind of rushes into a work issue with me.
I wish they wouldn't always do the spring ones in LA and Toronto. Like, that'd be so easy if they didn't do it at those times. Like, or there anyway, because like I'd go to the spring ones. The next Max's review, no one expected. You know, I'm actually planning on buying that set soon, the actual combiner set. There could be
they
some
go together and you combine them.
Damn it!
Wow.
These jokes are just writing themselves.
You realize who you're with, right?
How do you combine with one of like? Do you combine them by yourself, or do you combine them with a friend?
You see, you take this. It's all in the box. It's all in the box.
That's what she said.
You know, in the original Japanese, it was not combined. What the hell happened to Jason?
I made him laugh so hard.
Shouldn't we all be dead? Shouldn't we all be dead right now if he's gone?
In the original Japanese, it was not combined. It was docking.
Docking or... Oh, I know that. Stop. No. Do not Google that either. No.
What I missed, my internet just
I
shit
said
out
in the original Japanese, it wasn't combined, it was docking.
You're
His eyes got this big again. He went, no.
I don't remember when that was, but I learned about that meant in high school, and now I never want to hear things ever again.
Yeah, I sat there and I thought, oh God, StreamYard just said that's one dirty joke too many, and all my shit just cut off.
Banned.
The reason we didn't lose the stream is because Jason and I have a joint account and we're both logged in.
Okay. So, thank God.
Yeah. So we can choose like what channel to stream this to. So we've done, from this same account, we can stream to Jason's channel, stream to my channel. We did the one time where we did both channels at the same time, and my internet decided to like explode that day.
Is that why I got 2 notifications instead of 1?
Probably.
Yeah. Jason wanted to like do the dual stream today. I'm like, don't even worry about it, dude. It's like my internet's been so shitty lately anyway.
And what's funny is if we'll do a stream and then the next one, because we'll set up like when I'm doing, I'll play my intro and outro. So one day I'm getting ready to start my live and I hit it and it's Bert's that starts playing. I'm like, well, this is going to confuse a lot of people.
It's Bert's show, but it's on my channel. Yeah.
Don't let Facebook get you doing that.
Oh, there's Deluxe. Hi, Deluxe.
Well, hey there.
Hey there, everybody.
Oh, yeah, I saw him at BotCon. I don't think we got to really talk about that.
That was
I
in
saw him at
Nashville,
BotCon.
right?
It was fun. Yeah.
I wish I could have gone to that, man. I
Oh,
love
it was
Nashville.
so fun. It was so
I
fun.
used to live 45 minutes away from Nashville. My wife was stationed in Fort Campbell.
Yeah,
And I used to work out of Nashville. I love it down there.
Yeah, dear friends of ours that used to live near us moved down there. He's now a singer and songwriter there. And while I was at the bar, I actually played a song, and Greg Berger was there. That was fun.
I love walking up and down Broadway and just listening to people playing in corners and buying CDs from them. You know, because you never know. You never know which one of those people are going to be like blow up someday.
The next thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's so cool though, because it's world class music, man. Just right there on the street. It's every corner, and then in between every corner, you got one in a corner, one in the middle of the block, and another one in the next corner.
Yeah, like they pay hourly.
You just walk up and down Broadway, man. All of the clubs have open windows, so you can like see who's in there playing, and you can stand in the street and just watch a band, or you can just turn around and watch a street performer who's just as good. It's such a cool experience walking up in Broadway in Nashville, man. It's so that Broadway and Printer's Alley.
Hey, Deluxe, he's not going to be tree bit much longer. He's taking Miracle Grow.
Damn it. I got to keep my mouth shut on these streams. Good Lord. But no, that trip was awesome. I got some really, really good figures out there and met some cool people. I mean, I met cool people at TFCon too. I don't know if it topped that, but
that's untoppable.
Yeah. I mean, that's what started this, you maniacs. That's what I put that in on my Masterpiece Soundwave review I did. I said there's two things about TFCon I remember. Getting this figure and meeting these maniacs, and I paused and I had all your guys' pictures up.
Well, I got to check it out now. Yeah, Deluxe is ready for TFCon. We are ready for TFCon. Bring it on, TFCon.
Kato's coming, right?
He's still up in the air on
it. He lives right up the road.
I know.
Yeah, isn't he like right?
Well, you got
your new YouTube name is Fix a Flat.
Fix a Flat.
Hello and welcome to Fix a Flat Reviews.
You have to make a Fix a Flat channel and review Miracle Grow just once.
That'll be my April Fool's episode this year.
Oh shit!
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
I'm gonna get a can of that canned whipped cream, and I'm gonna make a custom label for it. That's a Fix a Flat label. And just sit there and just eat whipped cream out of a can.
Yeah, I had a plan to use you guys in like a big special, maybe if I hit 1,000 or something, but maybe that might be better to do instead.
And then you can mix a glass of that green Gatorade and say it's Miracle Grow.
There you go.
Then you get the Jello pudding dirt stuff that has the topping.
Oh, yeah.
That looks like topsoil.
You stir it with the Nexus Maximus.
You can do this or this or this. I'm gonna do all three of them. Don't take that out of context. Don't take that out of context.
Drill out the Nexus Maximus.
Do you sit on a white couch or anything?
No, take the Nexus Maximus, drill it out, and use it as a straw.
Oh my God!
Yeah, you could suck it or blow it.
Let me go find the file, and I'll put a hole through the center of it and print you one.
And you're a tree, and you're a tree, and you're a tree.
Yeah, my tagline has become "Keep growing your collections." I don't know if that's aging well right now.
Keep growing your collection. It's not that hard.
You wanted this.
I asked.
You sent me a message. You said, "Hey, can you invite me to the stream?"
Yeah. Hey, let me on. Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
So I built
what
this
she
recently.
proclaimed. My vacuum cleaner quit sucking because it got married.
That's what she said.
Mine too.
Ah. These jokes just write themselves. I mean,
This is no, you missed it. That was a visual joke just now.
Hey, you just got another sub. You're up to
Hey,
101.
there you go.
There we go.
Miracle
See
Grows
what we got
working. Your
here.
channel
Somebody that
growing.
does
Let me
not
check my
probably
check
does
my
not sub to me,
studio.
but go ahead and sub to everybody else. I was just gonna like guilt shame everybody.
You asked to stream with former military. Ta-da!
well,
Yeah.
I hit one. I'm at 108 subscribers,
Good
Nice.
job.
and then I've got 100 hours of watch time now. Over
Rico,
100
she
hours
never
anyway.
watches the stream. I think the only stream she ever watched is my hot chip ones, and when I interviewed Stan Bush.
I don't know if I've showed you guys. Hold on, let me pull this up.
That's what she said.
Ah,
I was talking. I was talking with somebody on the phone yesterday, and you can always pick out the military guys because when I'm asking for part numbers, they start using the phonetic alphabet, and so right away, either I use the phonetic alphabet or they use it, and right away we pick each other out, and we start talking military. I was talking to somebody yesterday that was Marine, and like we've never met. I mean, this is a customer, and I'm the support rep. And we've never met, and suddenly we're like ragging on each other.
Yeah.
Because he was a Marine and I was in the Army, and we're ragging on each other. And then we got to talking. I'm like, it's funny. Like in my current job and in my previous job, the situation has happened twice where there's been a Marine, an Army, and a Navy guy, and we're constantly just on each other, just constantly ragging on each other until the Air Force guy walks in, and then we all join forces to rag on the Air Force guy.
You know how we can tell Treebot is young? One of his top videos right there is an Arthur cartoon.
oh Lord, I don't know why that's suggested to me. To be honest,
we know it's okay.
no, like seriously, this is like, is this
Arthur
a
takes
meme
a
or
stand.
what? I don't know what this
It's
is.
Arthur takes a stand. He says,
I like those Arthur
no
memes
more
where they,
Miracle
like,
Grow
rewrite.
jokes.
No, this is just like I've been watching a lot of Office clips and stuff the last couple days at
Is
school.
PPR going to get a copyright strike for playing this?
No, he shouldn't, because it plays Kevin MacLeod music, so I think you're good. But no, this was I just
The
wanted to
one
show
chip
you guys this.
challenge.
You guys might actually like this channel.
So, well, this story's pretty embarrassing, but I'm going to tell it anyways. And it's a story about the one chip challenge. And for those of you that don't know what the one chip challenge is, well, it's a single tortilla chip that's supposed to be the spiciest, most hottest tortilla chip in the world. Now, I didn't know anything about it until my wife brought it home from the store one day. Hey, I bought this spicy tortilla chip at Circle K for $9. Isn't that funny? What? You spent $9 on a single tortilla chip? No, that's not funny. What are you, nuts? I gotta say, this thing is a little intimidating to look at. I mean, it's packaged in a box that's shaped like a coffin. It's not very promising. But how bad can it be? I mean, I can handle spicy food pretty well. I mean, besides that time I had that extraordinarily hot jalapeno popper at Frickers that one time, and I had to excuse myself from the table before I cried in front of my wife. That was a different story. All right, this is just a single tortilla chip we're talking about. But then one of our friends came over later that.
Now, one thing I was going to ask, once we get to the chip, I need to know how accurate this was to your guys' experience.
Now, remember, Bert and I have different experiences.
Yeah, right.
Well, I thought I was going to die on that last one.
Okay? And he's seen it at the counter and was like, whoa, is that the one chip challenge? Who's the fucking idiot that's about to eat that? Well, I was thinking about doing it. Why, is it really hot? Really hot? Huh. Well, let me just say that the heat is not the worst part about it. Oh, that cryptic ass statement. I was in no hurry to do the one chip challenge. So that chip sat on the counter for a good, 8 months or so. That is until one day I made a little wager with one of our kids. And yes, side note, we do have kids. I don't like to bring them up in these shitty cartoons because, well, they're all over the internet and there's a bunch of weirdo perverts out there. But with that being said, it's all their fucking fault that I ate this goddamn thing. Because you see, I made a bet that I would do the one chip challenge if a certain child sacked the quarterback at his next football game. Well, wouldn't you know, his little ass went all Michael Strahan the following Sunday, and now I'm in the kitchen staring down a fucking tortilla chip. And of course, everybody's crammed in the kitchen, staring at me like I'm some kind of circus act, but I was still pretty confident at this point. I can handle hot stuff. I've chewed a stick of big red gum before. How much spicier can it be? Made with Carolina Reapers. Carolina Reapers? That sounds like a fucking XFL football team. I'm not afraid of that shit. So I take the chip out of the coffin. I don't really know what I was expecting, but, well, this thing looks like a dried-up triangular dog turd. And to prove it, here's a video of me eating it. And to my surprise, it fucking tastes like a triangular dried-up dog turd. It is the nastiest thing I've ever tasted in my life. It was so bad, I felt like they should have had a warning on the box like, caution, this thing tastes like the roof of somebody's asshole. So like 15 seconds go by, and I have no heat whatsoever. I start thinking, maybe I got a dud. Maybe it's expired. Did I wait too long? What the hell happened? And just when I thought that... Oh, God, I can't breathe. Somebody give me a goddamn glass of milk. Needless to say, this chip is hotter than a stick of fucking big red gum, that's for sure. It is the hottest thing I've ever had in my life. At this point, everybody in the kitchen is just concerned about my general well-being. Here I am in the sink trying to hold it together and trying not to fucking cry like the Frickers incident all over again.
Tyler, are you okay?
Now, thankfully, the heat only lasts for about 15 minutes or so. So once you hit that 15-minute mark, you're in the clear. Or so I thought. Because what I found out is that the heat doesn't go away. It just moves on down to your stomach.
Yep.
So now it feels like this goddamn chip is just hanging out down there, melting my insides with a hairdryer. Well, now how am I going to solve this conundrum? Well, I'll tell you what I did. I fucking ate an ice cream cone. Seemed like a good idea at the time. It seemed like that ice cream cone would go down there and start beating that chip's ass. And that seemed to be the case until my stomach was like... Yeah, apparently that ice cream cone wasn't beating the chip's ass. It was fucking playing patty cake with it instead. Now, all of a sudden, I get these stomach pains out of nowhere, and they are debilitating. I'm laying on the couch making my peace with God. Take me now. Pretty, please. Now, eventually, dinner time rolls around. And on this particular night, we were just so happened to have a big old pan of lasagna. Now, I know what you're thinking. He wouldn't eat lasagna on top of an ice cream cone, on top of a bunch of milk with a fucking devil chip inside of him. That wouldn't make any sense. Well, you're wrong, because I ate a big-ass fucking plate of it. My stomach at this point was like, oh, what the fuck? What are you trying to ruin us? I'd have a better chance of digesting a fucking alarm clock than any of this shit. So I eat a thick-ass piece of lasagna. And to my surprise, the stomach cramps go away. Oh my God, it's over. I did it. But wait a minute, there's more. A lot more? So much more. Because at this point, the chip transfers over to my intestines, and my intestines were like, no thank you, you can go fuck yourself with that, and promptly sends it right to my asshole. Now, I don't know if you've ever had the pleasure of an on-fire butthole before, but let me tell you, it's not as fun as it sounds. For the next 45 minutes, my ass transforms into like a fucking malfunctioning flamethrower. And of course, it's noisy as hell in there. There's no way I could be discreet at this point. Sounds like there's fucking 14 people taking a shit at once in there. Are you all right? Should I call the cops? The whole time I'm sitting there, all I can think about is, oh, that's why they put the chip in a coffin, because the coffin is for your asshole afterwards. Now I get it. So after a very unpleasant, very emotional trip to the bathroom, it's finally over. And I'm so pissed off at this point. I'm just like yelling a stream of obscenities at the toilet, taking all my anger out on it. Fuck you, you fucking punk-ass tortilla chip! I hope you fucking fireballs out of your fucking crooked asshole, you fucking fuck! Maybe you guys should go play Nintendo or something. So, that's the one chip challenge. For anybody that's interested, I highly recommend it, especially if you have a good 8 hours that you just can't find anything to do. Clear out an afternoon, because it's not so much the one chip challenge, it's more like the one chip all fucking day ordeal. But I did survive it, and more importantly, I understand why the heat is not the worst part of the whole goddamn thing. The end.
This guy has to be former military.
Yeah.
This guy,
accurate.
That was brilliant. That was 100% fire toxic experience.
That absolutely was.
Yeah, whose ass was on fire? Whose was it? Okay, both.
Well, no. I didn't have that problem. I was all right later.
Because I walked downstairs and somebody, like, I don't remember who it was, but they were like struggling to sit. And I can't remember which one it was, but somebody was like, oh my God, I couldn't leave the toilet earlier.
Okay, that was not me.
I mean, I've had 3 of them so far, and none of them have affected me that way. It's all the heat in the face, the mouth, a little bit in the gut, and then it's gone.
Yeah, if you guys would do another one on live, Casey's has like 15 shelves of them.
Wait, so right here,
you didn't do it with us at the FCon, right? You were not part of the group that did it with us.
I was not. I was spectating from a distance.
So wait, marking this at 154.43. You said when we do the next hot chip challenge that you're going to do it with us.
Might as well, yeah.
Sorry.
I will take back one Miracle Grow joke.
Miracle Whip. All right, let's throw that in the rotation.
We'll add that in there.
Listen, I tried the piranha wings at Michael's. I can handle this, I think. I'm not going to say I can.
Did you just watch that video?
No, that
was
like
that guy.
Yeah.
With a jalapeno popper and the big red gum.
I hate big red gum with a passion.
Well, you're lucky because these really don't taste like big red gum.
Nope.
What do they taste like?
Ass and burning and regret.
Like dirt.
Yeah, like burnt.
So they taste like Bert.
Listen, they're not there for the flavor. You're not there for the flavor. It's the whole challenge of it. They don't taste great. They don't taste bad,
but
they don't taste good. It's just like this grain. It's like you're chewing grain. Really dry.
Now I know
grain.
It's going to be really, really hot.
My mouth hurts talking about this.
It's just
like my
hot.
mouth is having flashbacks.
There's no discernible taste in them.
What you just brought in here?
That is not on me.
You just brought that in here.
I don't know.
Now, last time I saw her do the chip challenge, it was crunch, crunch.
Yes. Yeah. I lasted a whole 2.5 minutes, and I'm taking those.
And she lasted longer than her older sister did.
And I ate the whole
who only ate half a chip.
Nothing beats the boyfriend video. That's my favorite one. Don't spit on my table, boy.
Yeah, he's out of the picture now.
But there's no discernible taste. It's just hot. Like you can't focus. I wonder what this tastes like. You're dying. It's just. I think that's the closest to death I've gotten. Yeah, there's no discernible taste in them. It's just bad.
About 20 minutes later, he was fine, and he said even though he went through all that stuff, that was one of the best moments of his life. He had a pleasure meeting all of us, and he was good.
Yep.
And he was supposed to make a video with us, but then he never showed up.
Well, his internet, he has no cable, because I tried to get him on a couple times too.
That's right, he did. Like he kept trying to join and kept getting kicked out, something like that.
Yeah.
But he was fine. We did a follow-up video with him from the floor of the hotel.
Yeah, remember that random guy laid down beside us? Like, who the hell are you?
Yeah, some guy just laid there because he just wanted to be in the video with us. We had a lot of that.
Did Bert get informed that I broke my nose?
No.
Yeah, about a month. It's been almost a month now.
Oh, that was right. You did it right before the sit rep.
Right before the sit rep.
I was expecting to see just a horror show, but
no kidding.
Yeah. I was guarding my teammate at practice, and we turned into each other. His head went right in the side of my nose.
Oh, dude, that sucks.
See, that shit doesn't happen if you go to TFCon.
That's right.
Yeah, that is very true. That don't happen.
You might regret a chip you eat there and
have an ass of fire.
Oh, but
Terrence and Phillip.
Fire Talks' story of the one chip challenge is also so good.
Oh, I still see that toilet in my mind.
That is a good one. Fire Talk. Tell everybody that story once again, because it is funny.
I like that part about there was more piss than toilet.
I think that's everybody's favorite.
You broke the crest of the bowl.
No, so this is not going to be as animated because my camera went out, but I eat the chip.
You can use your imagination.
And I can't swallow it.
I
am chewing, and my throat slams shut. I am chewing and chewing and chewing, and I look down at Jason, and I'm like, I can't swallow it. You got to swallow it. I finally get the thing down. The entire time, one of my kids is standing next to me with a cup filled with like her drink and water, laughing, just kind of shaking ice at me, laughing her ass off. Oh yeah, just like that. I think I went 3 minutes or something. It wasn't that bad. I didn't do that bad, damn it. So I take her drink and I start eating all the ice, and then I'm like, I'm gonna puke. I can feel it. I know I'm gonna puke. So I run to the bathroom. Anybody who was not at TFCon in Baltimore would not know that at the same time they were having TFCon Baltimore, the Baltimore Ravens game,
Yep. And the Bengals came in. Yep.
All those people were flooding in. So where we did this was near the bar. I run to the bathroom. There is someone, unfortunately, who is already in the stall at the end, who I run in, I turn on the sink, I get water, I turn around, I'm like, I'm going to puke. I turn around and I fling open the door, and there is more piss than toilet. There isn't a dry space in this stall. and I'm regretting every decision I have made at life at this point, and I'm standing over this. I wasn't even going to lift the bowl. I'm going to be honest. It's horrible. I wasn't even going to lift the bowl. I wasn't even going to lift it. I wasn't going to lift the seat. And I'm like, okay, is it coming? Is it coming? And I spit a little.
What you said?
And, yeah, not to me, but yeah. So I run back to the sink and I get more water and I swish it, and then I spit it and I swish it and I spit it, and I'm back and forth, and I keep thinking I'm going to puke, and I don't. But the guy in the stall next to this, who's hearing all of this, he comes out looking at me like, are you okay? And I can't really speak at this point, but I kind of get out like, one chip challenge. And he's like, oh, and he washes his hands real fast. And he wants out of this bathroom so bad that he like left gold rings on the counter and dipped out. And I only know that is because right after I came out of the bathroom, somebody came up to me and asked me if this gaudy ass gold jewelry was mine. I'm like, no. And and the worst thing is it was like a dark bathroom, and if I remember right, the toilet was black. So you fling open this door and there's just these like mood lights in this bathroom and the glisten of piss on a black toilet.
Hey, that's reserved for Chicago.
Oh my God. And I mean, it's on the walls. It's like the roll is soaked through. Have you ever been in like a truck stop bathroom and the roll is soaked through? That was the bathroom.
And what's bad is this was a nice hotel. This was like a fancy hotel, but you had all the Transformer nerds and the football nerds in there.
Yeah.
So then I get out of there.
The toilet.
In some cases,
and everyone has gotten, by the time I get out of the bathroom, everybody has these big, huge cups of milk that had been like gathered up and brought over to help. And I turn around and the damn store is closed.
I forgot.
Like they closed it right when I walked out of the bathroom, apparently. And so the suffering continued.
Yeah, everybody was drinking milk. And Bert and I had one of our military grade margaritas.
Yep.
Oh, I remember. That was like the running joke.
When we go to a bar ever again after you guys did that, and they just assumed I must be with you and gave me lighter fluid. And I don't drink.
Yeah, I was just over there. Hey, I don't remember who asked me if I wanted one. I was like, nah, I've got water. I'm 18. Somebody was like asking me if I wanted, they were going to buy me a drink. And I was like, nope, don't do it. Don't do it.
That lobby got to be a lot of fun at night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like I said, I enjoyed the downtime, the lobby time, all the other stuff more than the actual.
Very good deals to be had in that lobby.
The
seller didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah.
I am really glad they reissued Scorponok so that I could get it after I gave up Scorponok to that guy. Do you remember that? Went to go buy, I think it was Transmetal Scorponok. I went to go buy off somebody. And there was a guy who apparently had been looking at it and then ran to go like ask his mom for money. And he gets back with the money from his mom. And now I've already bought it.
I remember now.
And I felt bad. So I just let him buy it from me for what he was going to give the other guy.
Oh, wow. All Beast were Scorponok.
The best part about the new reissue is it's more accurate to the show. So you got I think you got a better deal on that.
I think it was like Transmetal Scorponok though. I don't think it was.
They didn't make it Transmetal.
Okay. No, it was Beast Wars.
It was just the Beast Wars. Yeah. So thankfully they reissued it, so I have one now. And I like the new colors better anyway. But I felt so bad for that.
One thing I remembered was when Gary came down to the lobby after he had slept, and everyone thought he was drunk, but he just woke up from a nap.
Speaking of people
Gary.
who just woke up from a nap, it's what, like 5 a.m.
Hey, Morgan.
He's
Yeah,
about to
Gary Chalka was former military, and he was in artillery too. He and I talked about that for quite a while. Even in the lobby again, he came up to me. We started talking. It was funny. And then, of course, everybody starts crowding him and kind of ruined the experience for me.
People are crowding him and sitting down with him at his table when he's trying to eat breakfast. And
yeah, I felt bad. Like you're sitting there watching, you can tell the man is like tired. He's just he's here for the show, but he's trying to have.
Look at all the people that invited themselves to our table.
Dude, the dude was eating breakfast with the person, his handler. Like they were just sitting there eating breakfast, and there was people who would just walk up and sit themselves down at his table, and we're watching this like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
And there's people that even with Jason and me, people would come up and ask if they could sit with us or asking for pictures. Like we're eating, like, dude, it's con etiquette, dude. Like, let us eat. We'll take all the pictures you want after we eat. Don't interrupt two military men's meals.
I'll tell you,
we both have a mouthful of bacon. I'm like, you want a what?
Yeah.
The two most personable people.
What's that?
So this is why I'm glad I'm on the niche side of this.
All right, let him speak.
I didn't know which one you were talking to, but the two most personable people I've ever met at cons was David K and Gary Chalk. They were the greatest people I've ever spoke to at a con with in terms of voice actors.
I'd love to meet David K. He's just big impression on me with his Megatron back in the Beast Wars era.
Yeah, I got one of his buttons. I have one of his Megatron buttons.
Took me 2 weeks to print that thing. I had to order another spool of filament and wait for it to arrive. It took me almost 2 weeks.
That's why I order in bulk.
Fire Talks, is that your dog snoring or somebody ate the chip?
Can you hear him? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't hear that. What are we hearing?
Well, I've got two big speakers here with a subwoofer, and every time his dog snores, my subwoofer vibrates.
Which is funny because he's like 15 feet away on the other side of the basement.
You need to, James. They are a blast.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Good deals to be had in the lobby.
What's that?
Good deals to be had in the lobby if the seller doesn't know what they have.
Yeah, if you get the Padawan instead of the Master, you got a good deal going on.
Yeah, what are we referring to here? I think I'm lost on this one.
I'll let Bert tell the story. It was funny. When I realized the deal he was getting, I was like, let's go.
Yeah. So, what's the name of the? Okay, so there's just people. Remember how people were just lay out Transformers on the tables and they were there for sale. So
yeah,
we're looking through some stuff, and the guy had a complete
blur and trigger happy.
And a trigger happy, but I'm looking at the blur first, and it was complete. And how much? What was it? $30, something like that.
I think it was 35 or 40.
Was it Target Master Blur or was it the first release?
The first one, and it's complete. And I'm like, $30. Okay, yeah. So let me put this aside, and I'm looking for other stuff. And then I see the trigger happy, and it's complete, and it's got. Is it point blank?
No, that's
no. It's he's got his Target Master.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
He's got his Target Master. Unbroken. And I'm like, how much for that one? He doesn't know. The person that owns the table walked out to go talk to a girl or something, and he was the Padawan, not the owner. And so we got to wait for the guy to come back or whatever. And like 15 minutes go by, blowpipe, thank you. The guy's still not coming back. And I'm finally like, I'll tell you what, you said 30 on Blur, right? Yeah. How about I give you 30 each? And the guy goes, yeah, sure. Why not? And I look over at Jay. I just kind of look over at Jay like, and all I see is The only thing was missing was steam coming out of his ears. So
he just
I hand the guy the money, grab my 2 robots, we go over to the escalator, and we're doing the thing where we get on the escalator and we're going up, and then we start taking steps up the escalator as it's going up, and then we're like running up the escalator. We get up to the second floor.
The biggest
and we're like, oh my God, I can't believe we just did that. Oh my
We're
God.
high-fiving each other.
Just pulled off the biggest heist in Transformer history, or the biggest finesse. Which I don't know. I think I may have got the guy. What did I got something there that I was like, oh, I know what it was. It was my masterpiece Ironhide and my movie masterpiece Megatron. I paid both of them what I would have paid for one of them. New, and they were both in the packaging sealed.
Wow.
They I think retail Megatron's like $189, and then Ironhide's like $149. I paid both of them $149 together. So I basically got the Megatron for free.
Oceans 2.
See, that is why if you're going to have a booth anywhere, you price everything.
Mm-hmm.
Even you know whether you use the little
Though,
string
because,
tags
I mean,
or stickers.
He knew. Like I asked for Blur, $30. Like right there, he was ready. Okay, well, how much for Trigger Happy? Oh, how do you not know it's your table?
Also,
well, still $30 for a G1 Blur complete with an unbroken shield. That's a hell of a deal too.
That's also a good deal, but overshadowed by that Trigger Happy.
Yeah, definitely.
If you guys see, if I can't, I'm probably not gonna be able to make it. If you guys see a decent condition Nightbeat G1 at TFCon, I will send you whatever money.
I will buy it.
And
I will buy it. And
I don't have that one. And you can watch our review of it.
Oh man.
TFCon season.
Play with the balls. Play with the balls.
How many games would you really miss?
I would miss practice, no games.
Why is this a debate?
Well,
know, right?
Problem is, like, it's early practice, so they're kind of important.
Oh.
This is college we're talking about. It's kind of like
how many years of college you got left?
Well, this might be my last year of basketball, depending on how next year goes.
Well,
but it
are
won't be
you
my
the
last year
best
of
player on your team?
Man.
Are you the best player on your team?
There's not. Well, we're all the best.
Oh, one of those teams.
Oh,
it's one of those units. We're
is your participation trophy wall on the other side?
No, we're on a. In fact, we just got off a losing streak the other night. So,
well, see, my point is,
you missed the Miracle Grow stuff.
If you were the best player on your team or the worst player on your team, you need to go to that practice.
I was the best in high school. By proxy, I'm one of the best on the college team.
Then you better take your ass to TFCon.
Damn it. I can't win here. I cannot win.
See, even Alex agrees with us. And look at his beard, so you know he's got an awesome point.
So
he's used Miracle Grow. He's good. He's Googling comebacks.
No, I'm just looking at this thing.
Oh.
I thought he's booking flights.
Is that the Ghost Rider car?
No.
Be right back.
My
print is finished.
This is the Fast and Furious Charger.
Oh.
That's why I got this. Well, because they're both companions to one another.
Got you.
Got the
Last
Vin Diesel in there.
That movie I watched was the first one.
Hey, it's the best one. The first one, and then the first three are always good. The fifth one's good. The sixth one's okay. Seventh one is awesome, even though that was Paul Walker's last movie. The last two are fine. They're just not nearly as good as the rest. I know there's going to be people in here. Oh, family.
See, now if you were choosing between family and TFCon, I'd understand.
Well, the
Well, Jason's jumping to your defense here. You go play. You can go to cons when you're old like us. Enjoy your youth. That's because cons didn't exist in my youth. We were still watching them. They're watching the shows.
It's weird. You could look up either my username will take you to the Transformers, but my actual name on YouTube will take you to the basketball.
But we're not here for that.
No, we're not. No, we are not. We are not here for that.
Hey, kid Toby. Has been a while.
Oh, hey, I was going to bring this up earlier. I got the Studio Series 86
Thank
Ironhide.
God for Miracle Grow.
Studio Series 86 Ironhide is pretty good.
Yes. I'm not seeing how people are like freaking out about how complex he is. The figure doesn't feel as complex as I thought it was going to be.
The first time I transformed him, I about threw him through a wall.
I liked it. I thought it was pretty ingenious how they did it. But like you, the first time's always the roughest. And with me, I need to do more like what Bert does. He'll open the figure up and he'll mess with it a little bit before he actually reviews it. I try to transform it and everything right out the box. And
yeah, it seems like it, and you guys better not take this out of context.
Oh, we will.
We will.
It seems to, I guess, like expand and enlarge the more you
play with it.
Bert, stop it. Stop it. I see you looking at me up there. He's above me. He's like,
he's got the high ground.
He'd be the perfect candidate for a troll face. I'm sure he was the one on 4chan who invented it. Bert would be perfect for 4chan.
There's a couple figures that are like that where they definitely expand a lot going from robot or from vehicle mode to robot mode.
Kato did a video of an expansion kit, filler kit for Studio Series Ironhide. And I watched that video and immediately purchased it. It's so worth it. It's so good.
I think another good figure that does that is Animated Lockdown. I don't know how familiar you guys are with Animated.
I never had that one, but I think Thrilling 30 did a Lockdown. That was a great figure. And once again, that was one that was part of my great purge in 2012.
Now, I know Revenge of the Fallen did one.
Or maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Animated Lockdown was a fantastic figure because Animated Lockdown was a deluxe class figure that sold for $7.
It was the size of a Voyager.
And basically the car, the transformation, a lot more complex than what I'm about to do. But if you can imagine, he clamshelled open.
Mm-hmm.
So the robot was twice as high as the car was long.
Yeah.
So you ended up with a Voyager class figure for $7.
Yeah. The inner part was the torso, and the outer fenders.
It's such a good figure.
Yes, it's so good. I don't know what happened to it.
Was really good too. Shockwave was. I think Shockwave was a Voyager.
Yes.
But Shockwave was a has 4 modes. So he's a quadruple changer.
Yeah, he was a crane, a tank, and then he was the Autobot.
And then 2 robots, an Autobot and a Decepticon. And so the Autobot was deluxe class, just a little bigger than deluxe class. And then the Shockwave Decepticon robot was a full-blown, full-size Voyager class. Really good. And I got the Target exclusive purple version of him.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. This was the only animated figure that made it of mine.
So good. I have a complete animated set.
Yeah, I preferred this one just because if you remember, Bert, have you watched the show?
In the show, he was blue.
Yeah. He was blue until he rejoined Megatron once Megatron.
Then he went back to purple.
Then he went back to purple.
But I think I may have. I'm not sure. I'd have to dig through. I for sure got the purple one. but I may have gotten the blue one and have the blue one in Autobot mode and then the purple one in.
Yeah, because when he turned back to lockdown, or not lockdown, when he turned back to long arm when he was purple, he went back to blue.
Right.
Yeah.
So the only figure I'm missing from animated is the Japanese exclusive Blackout.
Yes.
That's the only one I'm missing. They had a bunch of them at BotCon when BotCon was in Orlando, and I didn't get one. I went there with a list of things specific that I was going to get, and I got those, and I didn't get anything else. They had Blackouts. I figured I would find Blackout at any other convention, and I never saw him again.
Yep. I had
I do have the Bumblebee.
Have a good night.
Are you leaving?
Yeah, I hear the little one.
Okay.
All right.
Man.
Night.
Yeah, Fire Talks.
Yeah, I did get the Japanese Bumblebee that's in gold with the little submarine thing.
Yeah.
I do have
that's
that
a
one.
really good figure.
That is a really good
Honestly,
figure.
I think it's better than the deluxe one, in my opinion.
It is because it's more it's
Accurate.
more animation accurate. That was one thing that animated figures did really, really well, is that they were animation accurate in vehicle mode and in robot mode. They had fantastic engineering. That being said, Bumblebee, they kind of screwed up because the feet were backwards.
Yep.
Yeah.
They were upside down. Yeah. And then
so that's why I like the Japanese one, because the Japanese one, not only were the feet correct, but also he was smaller. He was actually accurate size to the other Autobots.
Yeah, he's shorter than Prowl, which with the deluxe, he's as tall as Prowl. But another thing that was the more accurate was the leader bulkhead. The leader bulkhead was more accurate than the Voyager one in terms of size.
So for leader bulkhead, I got a junker one on eBay. I mean, I bought leader bulkhead, a new one, but then I also bought a loose junker one on eBay, and I swapped out the arms. So I had my shelf bulkhead has the two proper arms,
two proper hands. Yes, yeah. Me and my friend did that. I don't know how we pulled this off. At 10 years old, we found a way to take that out, and we kit bashed ours together. And we're able to do that. And he still has that, but I haven't gone over there to get it from him. He's been giving me some more of his collection here and there recently because he's not going to use it anymore.
He doesn't need it.
No, I told him I'll take it off his hands.
He doesn't need it. He's going to basketball practice.
He's a football player.
All even worse.
Foosball. Foosball is the king of the devil.
I love the Water Boy.
I went to see that movie in theaters for one reason and one reason only. It was playing the episode 1 trailer. It was
Are you serious?
It was the first movie to play Star Wars episode 1 trailer.
That's
hilarious. Did not know anything about Waterboy. I didn't know what it was about. I am not a football fan, nothing, but I knew that movie was playing episode 1 trailer, so I went to see it because I wanted to see the episode 1 trailer. And then ended up, watching Waterboy and going, this is a great movie. But that was the reason I went to see that movie initially. Was for I did not care about the Waterboy. I went to see episode 1 trailer.
Wow. He's working on his Fix-A-Flat.
Yeah.
My feet are done. Finally. They just finished like a couple minutes ago, and I just started the 2 back plates for the back of the shins that have been falling apart on me for the last 2 days.
I pray that you don't get into this 3D printing, because then that means I'm probably going to have to do it. I'll see it on Facebook.
Are you kidding me? This is a 3D.
If I see both of you doing it, yeah, I've been working on this for a week.
I got that Voltus 5 that behind them. Dude, I got a 3D printer for Christmas. I've been going nuts with 3D printing.
Oh, he took off like a shot.
Yeah. Dude, you see the size of this thing? I've been working on this for a week, man.
My God.
Miracle Grow.
Miracle Grow.
Miracle
Fix it
Grow.
flat.
Maximus.
Now, Bert, you saw. I know you saw animated Prowl in Legacy. How do you feel about that?
Animated Prowl is coming to Legacy.
Yeah. Do you not see that? You not
I
pre-ordered
have
one
not
yet?
seen that. I saw the Cybertronian one. I saw that. I haven't seen the animated one. Oh,
Let me see if I can pull him up.
Yeah, that was the first one I pre-ordered right after they announced them.
Where is he? There he is. Oh, excuse me. I was up all night with a sick kid last night. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna hold
how's
on
he
to
doing
this one.
today?
He slept all day and he got up probably
Good.
around 7 o'clock feeling a little better, but he was just non-stop puking.
Oh man,
that sucks, man. Those stomach bugs suck, especially on kids.
yeah. I was more of
He
like
was
I got
having a
ear
tough go of it.
infections all the time when I was a kid. That was what got me.
Here you go, Bert.
Oh, I did see that. I was thinking of Jazz. That's who I was thinking of.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're thinking of Cybertronian Jazz.
I don't know how I feel about him. I kind of like the original ones better.
I
got
think it
both
does a
versions.
good job.
I got
of
both
modernizing.
versions of animated Prowl. I've got the first one that's just the bike, and then the second one that has the sidecar that turns into samurai armor.
Yeah, that was my first experience with that mold, and I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if I just like lost it, it broke, it got like I cannot remember where that figure went. But that was my first experience with that animated Prowl was the samurai version.
It's so good. This one, I don't know. I mean, at first glance, he looks okay, but I was looking at pictures of this one next to pictures of the original one, and there's something about this new one that just seems off to me, and I can't put my finger on it.
Might be the head.
I hope they do. I'd love for them to do a leader class animated Megatron. I just love that dual helicopter.
Man. That was such a great figure.
I that
did not get the love it deserved. Animated was
that's the only one. That's the only animated one I have left.
Yeah, you can blame Hasbro for that one. That was
Well,
them. Let's make the Hub network, and now we're going to cancel everything that's on Cartoon Network.
But also the fans didn't treat that series well.
Yeah, at the time, no. Now it's the most.
Everybody
the most
was
celebrated.
mad about because we were coming off of the Cybertron trilogy, and everybody was used to having the CGI graphics, and all of a sudden you got this 2D animation that looks kind of childish, and everybody just dismissed it before they even saw one episode. And that
was me. I was one of them because
it was such good storytelling. It had such a
I
good
love
story.
G1. I loved Beast Wars. I mean, great story with Beast Wars, and loved the animation at the time. I mean, it doesn't hold up much today, but if you look at it, it's pretty good. It always disconcerted me how the characters never left a shadow.
There he is.
I love that metal looking filament.
Yeah, I love that.
I wish Fire Talks was still on and his camera's still working so he could show you his. So the original design has the fists are black, the legs are black. The fillers inside of the arms, inside of the legs are gray. So I changed it up. I did the fillers inside of the forearms and the thighs in white to make it all solid white. And then I did the leg in the inner part of the legs I did in black with the outer plating in blue to make it more animation accurate. There he is. I just need these plates to finish print. They'll be done in the morning. He'll be finished.
That is awesome. Well, gentlemen, I'm going to have to get off here. And we'll need to go check on the wife and the kid.
Do we want to get off?
Yeah. I don't need Miracle Grow. I'm good to go.
I need some NOS. Might have to go to the store because I'm about to film a review tonight. Just a sneak
you're feeling
peek.
it right tonight?
I'll give you a sneak. I'll give you a quick sneak peek of what it is.
Better not
Yeah,
have
you
two
will.
ends. Oh, is that G1?
Is that
No,
that's
this is Masterpiece. I'm gonna do
Oh.
all three of them. I just I don't know if you know who Mike Kincaid is. He just sent me
Yeah.
Loud Pedal. So I'll be able to review all three of them.
Nice.
Oh, sorry. It's hitting me quick. Of course, I'm not drinking caffeine like I used to either. This is water. All right. Well, it's getting quiet. So, yeah, once again, another fun stream going at 2 hours and 30 minutes. So,
Okay.
which is typical.
There you go. I don't know if Larkin saw it or not. Check it out, Larkin. Just need these, and he's done. So fingers crossed. Those are the feet that I just finished, and those back plates I have been trying to print for 2 days. Yesterday and today, I have had 5 failed prints on those back plates. And today, while we were trying some stuff out, I had it running, and after about 5 hours, it was every time I looked over, it looked like it was printing fine. And after about 5 hours, I went over there and I looked, and my print was down here, and my nozzle was up here, and nothing was coming out of the nozzle.
Oh,
shit!
And it's not like you can't just start over where it left off, right?
No.
You have to start from scratch.
Yeah, you'd have to scrap it, and I have to take the nozzle out, and I didn't even. It was so clogged up, I just threw it in the trash. I'm not even going to bother trying to cleaning it. It's the second clog I've had like that. This is a fun hobby, but when stuff like that happens, it's so frustrating. Like that first robot, the Voltus 5, printed perfectly without a hitch. I went from A to Z on that one, no problems. This one has given me problems along the way. This one's taken me almost 2 weeks. Those last pieces that I just started printing a couple of minutes ago should be done by when I wake up in the morning. They should be done. If they don't fail again, they have failed 5 times.
Damn.
And I am so ready to be done with this robot so that I can move on to because I want to start printing another one. Yeah, and that's what I found. It's a silk PLA, and it's been and that's the thing. It's I've been printing so much with the blue parts are big parts, and they take forever. They're like running 12 to 20 hour prints, and they're just wearing down my nozzles. So we'll see what happens when I get to that Daltonius, because I've got I'm gonna print him mostly in silks.
Yeah, let me get some pictures of that. I'm real excited to see how that turns out.
Larkin just printed one, and let me show you, Larkin. If it's okay with you, I'll show him the picture of the one you just printed. Now, Larkin used the color, the original. What did you send me that you unsent, Gannon?
Oh, I was trying to bug all you guys to let me in here.
Gannon sent me a message and then he unsent it.
Because like as soon as I sent to Jason, it like he let me in. I said, who do I got to poke to let me in here?
That's before we knew about the Miracle Grow.
Yeah,
Bert, I keep forgetting you have control of this too. Like I said, I need to go check on the little one. I will let you guys continue on. I appreciate everybody stopping by, and I'm going to hand it over to Bert.
I'm just going to share this one thing, and we're done.
Okay.
Here's Larkin's Daltonius.
Oh,
he
wow.
just finished.
Damn.
That's pretty. That is pretty.
I love that outline with the sword.
So
I like the sword.
the yellows, so the blues on him, I'm going to print with this filament, this metallic filament, all of those blues. All of the yellows, I have a metallic gold, and that orange mane on his on his chest, I have a neon orange that I'm going to print that in.
Ooh.
So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting to this one. But I got a whole nother robot. I got this one here. I made all my files and I sliced them this morning. But if you remember the all blue one that was to Larkin's left when he first joined the chat, Techigen 28 Go, that's the one. If this print is successful tomorrow morning, I'll be starting that one, and that one's going to run for about 2 weeks. So it's going to be about 2-3 weeks before I even start on this one. But I'm really
It must be
excited.
fairly durable machines to just keep running nonstop.
I've had this thing has been running for about 3.5 weeks non-stop.
Does it not ever take any breaks?
It has not been, not in the last 3 weeks.
Wow.
Not in the last 3 weeks. Like usually I'll print, I'll print something and then I turn it off, and then the next day I'll print something else. Once Larkin got once Fire Talks got me and Larkin into this website with all these robots, for the last 3 weeks that thing's been running with nonstop. It has not been turned off in 3 weeks, and it has not stopped running in 3 because I've been timing all of my prints anywhere between 12 to 20 hours. So I start them, and I kind of calculate what time they'll end. So I make sure that they'll end when I'm here working, so that as soon as they end, I go over there, I swap out the filament, and I start the next job.
Wow.
Yep. So, all right, gentlemen. That's all I have to say about that.
Yep. That's a wrap.
All right,
for me, gentlemen.
Thank y'all for hanging out with us for some more randomized bullshit.
Yeah, this is fun, man. I've missed doing this.
I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this more often with you guys. This is fun.
It is. It's enjoy. It's a good way to hang out and get us psyched up for
Jason
TF
got a whole
Con.
$3 donated to his channel.
Hell yeah, we'll split it.
You guys, speaking of 80s,
I saw that.
I just got that. I just got this last
That's
week.
so cool. Is it a replica or is it a real deal from the 80s?
It's a Casio. Well, I don't know. It's Casio, and I bought it on Amazon brand new. So
I want one of those. I need to get one of them calculators that have the games on them. I've been looking for one, but I can't find one.
It's called a phone.
It is a Casio.
Cool.
That's awesome. Retro Tech.
Retro baby all day long.
This is the worst calculator I have ever used, but I freaking have it.
All right. Well,
Larkin, I've been looking for those because I had one as a kid. They are not cheap. They are not cheap, especially those original Diaclone ones.
Oh yeah, Clocker.
I have an Optimus Prime. I have an Optimus Prime. Like, I have a watch exactly like those. You know, you got the little band and it clips on, and you pull it off, and it's an Optimus Prime one. It's very similar to those original ones, but obviously not the same. But I do have an Optimus Prime one.
What they call them, Time Warrior or something?
Yeah.
There's a joke in there somewhere with Blocker,
Yeah.
Diaclone, getting clocked.
I'm looking to see if I can just kind of see. I still don't know where all my stuff is. I've been in this house now going on 3 years, and I still haven't learned where. The original Optimus Prime shelves at the old house, they took so many years to build, to fill out. And over the years, I mean, we lived in the house for 13 years, and I move them here and there. So you could name an Optimus Prime figure, and I knew exactly where it was. Where this shelf I built in 3 days, or these shelves rather. I put all these figures up in 3 days. So I don't know where anything is. Still 3 years later, I have to hunt down to find out where my figures are. I know they're up there. I just don't know where.
The black shelves, the center, and the sides, I know where everything is, but all the newer figures that's coming out, they're just randomly getting thrown in.
Yeah, that's how mine are. I've got with it being in my bedroom.
Yeah, that's what they were called.
Small shelves.
That's what the watches were called.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Clock blocker.
I've noticed every time I say, "Man, I need to go," that's code for let's talk 21.
Start a new topic. Bye. Bye.
All right. I'm just shitting y'all. All right. Once again, as usual, thank you all for hanging out with us. We got 19 stood through till the end, so congratulations to you guys. And Treebot, God, I hope things work out for you and your stuff, and don't go be buying double-ended Miracle Grows online. Get you in trouble.
I will not be doing that.
Good luck with your games playing with the balls.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of time left. We're about 3 weeks out from finishing.
TFCon, man. TFCon.
TFCon. You're at that age where peer pressure gets to you. TFCon.
Right down the road from the Bertcade.
Yeah. You'll get to meet us live. We might have gifts for you. You like
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
We'll let you see Night Beat that we buy.
Yeah.
We'll let you see it.
Will you be 21 in October?
I'll be 21 the month after.
Well,
which is why the year. Oh shit! Which is why the year
and here's
after
a new topic
is
again.
is the perfect time. The year after is the perfect time.
The year after is not in Florida.
Yep.
And
we're not for sure going.
Damn it! Why does everything?
You think on that? You think on that? All right, I've got to go.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Thanks everybody for watching.
And we'll see you next time.